Say it clear. Say it right. Say our name. Built this nation with our bodies and brains. You benefit, don't give us credit, say our name. We FBAs, foundational black Americans. You want us to fight every time you in pain, but when it's time to vote for, silence remains. Yeah. They wanna be us, from the style to the hair, from the lips to the hips, body shaped in our glare. They cross borders, profit off the fight, civil rights paid in blood just to stand in this light. Asia to Africa, you walk through the door, but this land got a history you can't ignore. FBI fought it, still fighting today, made room in the system that kept us away. You praise the same power that never chose you. Turn your back on the ones that broke chains just to move you. Say, we don't know where we come from, that's wild. North to the south, this land raised my child. Built this nation with our bodies and brains. You benefit, don't give us credit, say our name. Say our name, say our name, say our name. We FBA, foundation law, black American. You want us to fight every time you in pain, but when it's time to vote for, silence remains. We were renowned, check the glow for proof. Streetwear in Japan still mirror our roots. K-pop chase the cadence, study how we move. Rapper world language, everybody fluent. From Atlanta blocks to Mumbai lanes, Hannah McCann spitting bars, connected to the flame. That ain't hate, that's impact, that's reach. Culture travel worldwide when the source run deep. They copy the look, they borrow the sound, but skip the respect when we still hold the ground. Love the rhythm, ignore the pain, celebrate the wave, don't say the name. This was home, before permission, before approval. Say our name. Built this nation with our bodies and brains. You benefit, don't give us credit, say our name. Say our name, say our name, say our name. We FBA, foundational black Americans. You want us to fight every time you in pain, but when it's time to vote for, silence remains. Say our name, say our name, say our name. 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 Don't need your respect. Never needed permission. We built everything when we weren't even seen as human. Biting the hand that fed you. Surviving on scraps. FBA stopped begging. We learned to build from scratch. Learn to build from scratch. Learn to build from scratch. Say our name. Say our name.
Y'all don't hear us. Pull up a seat and motherfucking listen. Pull up a seat and motherfucking listen.
Pack your bag, time to go home.
Talking crazy on our soil where our blood and bones grown.
This our grind, we outside on it. While y'all fools on the outside looking, y'all show no respect to black America, so leave. Hey.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, take your just fly on.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, take your just fly on.
You landed on the tarmac, fresh off the boat. Talking about y'all building nothing, man, you choking on the note. My ancestors the reason that this country even breathes. Picked the cotton, built the White House, planted the seed. Jim Crow laws, redlined the map, we was the target. You think that struggle's a costume, man, you can't mark it. We fought the wars, we bled the blood, we died for our future's chance. And you come here and give our legacy a side eye while throwing shade on the guard. While you benefit from doors we kick down with our last breath. That's disrespectful, ungrateful, a slap in the face to only people who gave a fuck. So let me show your ungrateful ass to the right place.
Pack your bags, time to go home.
Talking crazy on our soil where our blood and bones grown.
This our ground and we outside on it. Why y'all fools on the outside looking? Y'all show no respect to Black America, so leave.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out America, take your duties back, just fly home.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out America, take your duties back, just fly home. Passport, the visa, the privilege to be here. Cause my grandma did march for y'all, so disappear from our land. You cosplaying our pain. Think it's a trend you can borrow, but you ain't inherit the ghosts of our sorrow. We the foundation, the bedrock, the soil, and the root. You not no branch on our tree, and unproductive people always cosplaying me.
Talking about we ain't do nothing. You lost your mind. We built this from nothing, time after time.
From the beginning to now, we been the backbone and muscle. Why you look down on the struggle and cause a whole tussle? That energy's foul with disgusting, it's whack. So let's make it clear, there's no turning back.
This land is paid for in full.
In blood, sweat, and tears, and dreams deferred.
You don't get to come into a house we built from the dirt and telling Black America y'all ain't worth nothing. That's a violation, facts.
Pack your bags, time to go home.
It's our soil on our soil where our blood and bones grown.
Show respect, this our ground, y'all just tenants on a leash.
Get the
Show no respect to Black America, so leave.
Don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out America, taking your business back and just fly home.
Don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out America, taking your business back and just fly home.
Yeah, fly little birdies.
Fly on back to where you came from.
This ain't for you. This cell is sacred.
We said what we said.
It's time
for y'all to go home. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. Far, far away from here. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. Far, far away from here. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. Far, far away from here. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. Far, far away from here. Bye-bye, little birds.
We forgot, but we never forget. This one's for the rules. We built this land from dust and tears, 400 years, and we still here. They write new rules, but they don't see every freedom they got came off you and me. We planted seeds, they took the bloom. We lit the flame, they left the room, but we back now, know the skies. The spirit's woke, we realize all we want is what we earn. That sweat and blood, yeah, that table turn. You can't buy culture, can't fake that fight. This is our day, this is our ride. We LBA. Say it loud, say it strong. We the heartbeat that's been there all along. Foundation of Black Americans. Stand tall, We ain't begging for nothing, we built that all. Born from pain and grace, you can see the truth written in our face. We the soul, the sound, the fight the flame. Foundational Black Americans, say our name. They love our rhythm, but they dodge our blues. Use our voice when it fits their news. They take our sound, but not our scars. We the backbone, we the scars. Now the veil is gone, the mask is clear. We see the game, we know it's here. No more silence, no more lies. We lift that flag and watch it rise. Rise up, rise up. We the ones that made this nation breathe. Our veins are power, our roots are trees. We know worlds. It's rhythm and grace, shout, and now we're reclaiming our rightful place. Can't copy courage, can't steal pain. You can't inherit soul by changing names. Our story ain't done, it's the revival. We guard the gate, it's about survival. We FBA, say it proud, say it loud. The world dances on what we vow. Foundational Black Americans. Still we stand, still we fight, still we demand. Every block, every song, we've been right here all along. The soul of a people strong and free. Foundational Black Americans. We the first, we the root, we the fire. Still rising, still here. Foundational Black American.
We set the tone and they copy the cadence. Dance to our drums and deny the foundation. Wear the style but don't honor the source. Smile in the crowd and you distance and force. Say you not us but you rap like we breathe. Take the rhythm, then fuse the receipts. I ain't mad, I'm just holding the glass. Showing the mirror, now answer it back. I ain't here to cancel nobody. Just keep it honest, keep it solid. If you eat from the table we built, don't act surprised when we guard it. Do you like that? Do you like that? When I flip your sound and I ride like that. Do you like that? Do you like that? Do you like that? Cause that's how it feel when you borrow my culture. Then act like we never mattered. Hip-hop.
Mike Larry. Now this shit here is what see it is. We're not fighting your battles. We're not carrying your fear. We're not lending our history to people who erased us while we were here. Just cause you're born here, don't make you FBA. That makes you a citizen, learn the difference today. This is lineage. Not a look you can wear, not a costume you borrow when it best you there. You used our culture like an access card, backstage pass, a straight facade, but now the mirror's in your face. No disguise, and you're uncomfortable looking truth in the eyes. We didn't leave our land to beg for a chance. We stayed, we fought, we took every advance. That's the separation, that's the line you cross. We paid the price, you learned the cost. You waving your flag on our soil, but fighting not to go back home. Waving your flag on our soil, building comfort on a foundation you didn't own. We waving our flag, red, black and gold, stood our ground, never sold. You waving your flag on our soil, scared to build what you claim you love. Our humor, our style, the way we move, the smoothness, the sound, the things we prove. Music we birth, language we shape, innovation forged under constant escape. Warrior spirit means stay and defend, not flee your land and rewrite the end. You call it success, but don't confuse the two. Ease came after what we went through. You abandoned your land and called it strategy. You waved that flag loud, but won't return to build your legacy. That contradiction tells the story for you. You waving your flag on our soil, we're fighting not to go back home. We waving ours where we were forged, every inch earned, every brick known. We can't be deported, and that truth changes everything. We can't be deported, and that truth changes everything. We know who we are, and now we see who you are too. Just because y'all born here doesn't make you FBA at all. It makes you an American citizen. It's biologically impossible to be us, because it's a lineage, not some damn costume you can just put on to look cool. You immigrants and immigrant Americans has used our culture as an access card, a backstage pass to our culture. Now y'all have to look in the mirror. Our sense of humor, the aesthetics, mannerisms, the style of dress, the smoothness, the creativity, our genres of music, innovativeness, our slang, our warrior spirit by staying on our homeland and fighting and not fleeing to somebody else's land to beg for a better life and shit on the very people who fought to have us there. That's who we are. And we know who the hell y'all are waving your flag on our soil and fighting to make sure y'all don't go back.
You can't leech off our culture anymore. Beat it!
Mike Larry, man, you did it again. We really making history. Let's go. Do you like that? Do you like that? Flip your sound, how you like that? Do you like that? Do you like that? Say it loud, don't walk it back. Do you like that?
Do you like that?
You grew up mimicking us, now y'all switch it up. Turn the carbon copy, y'all ain't black, what the fuck? It's funny y'all connecting to our culture like it's Wi-Fi. Surfing on our waves of our culture, no more agua. Feeling my culture for all these years. Look how time flies, all these colonizers in disguise. Hate y'all still, hate us outside. Study dope, drip, vampires, the blood of our gift. They copy the flavor, sip the juice, love the results, hate the truth. Who? Do you like that? Do you like that? Do you like that? Flip your sound, how you like that? Do you like that? Democratic shields, talking points, the road they fill. Fish and chips, agent on the mic, judging FBA, but ain't you half white? Talking like you one of us, we need a proof face. The agent type, with a prune face. Like 50 and Jim, it's a cold game. Throwing stones, cause we built our own lane. I'm joking, kinda, but I mean, smile calm, pressure intact. Y'all proud where y'all from. Where they flag, beat they drum. But when it's us, tone switch fast. Same pride, but it's too much. FBA pride, lineage solid. You can't put this on, can't try it on. Built here, stayed and fought, that's the difference. That's the car. Do you like that? Do you like that? Say it clear, don't twist the facts. Do you like that? Yeah. Do you like that? Do you like that? Point made. no care.
No care.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Shabakas Black Experience Enhanced. Edited this episode is June 23rd, 2026. We're going to be...
Oh, you know, erasing history is something that you have to do when it comes to conquest and destroying a people. If people knew who they were, and what they were capable of in the past, they will understand what they have a possibility or a likelihood of doing in the future.
Black Americans, we've always had a culture of resistance. We cultivate the culture of resistance on this land, and we resist
the transatlantic slave trade, and that's where they amass a lot of wealth.
One thing that I think is unique about our culture as far as how we resist, how we fight back, is just the environment we were put in from day one. Being only 13% of the population, those supremacists were very meticulous about keeping that population at a certain amount.
There was never a period when we not resist the encroachment of the white.
They have a natural behavior of authority no matter where they go. That's why they'll step up in front of us in the line at the store. We're not important. They don't even see us.
We've never been able to sell. Never been able to. We've never been able to be, which means resistance is resistance.
It must, something doesn't right with especially spiritual, our souls. And
from the moment we're born, we're in resistance. And it's handed down generation to generation.
And so I think that cultural resistance is actually in our DNA, in our epigenetics, and then it blossoms out into the culture.
So there's almost nothing in America that we do, from song to dance to politics to the way we talk, the way we dress, having coded languages considered to be slang today. Everything about Black American culture is a form of resistance.
Of course, they want to always downplay our contributions to the global tapestry because they continue to act like our number one export in this country is not Black innovation.
Everyone understands that our resistance has been the cornerstone of what foundational Black Americans have always done. We are the life that breathes everything into this nation.
The further back you go, the further Black you go. It's just simple like that, brother.
Introducing the B1 Rolodex, the easiest way to search for and support FBA and B1 businesses. Hundreds of entries from the Black grassroots for the Black grassroots. Free to use, free to download, constantly updated. Trouble navigating the document? Try using the map version. Notice a business missing? Use this simple Google form to submit an FBA or B1 business. Also submit anti-Black businesses, which are now being collected in that last tab. Find resources, contact numbers, and much more using the second tab. All the info you need to start practicing group economics today. Go to blacktruthunited.com. That's blacktruthunited.com.
All right, now go ahead, Shabaka. Greetings, Black family. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. I'm your co-host, and I'm joined with our executive producer. And we are also joined with Lady Chase. She's asleep right now, but once she wakes up, she'll be joining us. And on this season 11, episode 50,
Okay.
Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, we'll be discussing several topics, or not several topics, actually one topic in particular, and that is our young Kohen Wiley, who was killed in Mississippi
Yes.
about a week ago in a Walmart parking lot. So we're going to be covering that. And then there's a new Lego video out. So I want to play that, Shabaka. So we will be discussing the Kohen case in Mississippi, the 1-year-old black boy that was killed by the police in the Walmart parking lot on June 14, 2026. Senatobia police officers responded to an alleged shoplifting call involving a pack of diapers at a local Walmart. Tragically, 1-year-old Kohen Wiley was struck by the gunfire while in his mother's lap and died from his injuries. The driver of the vehicle also sustained serious injuries. Current demands and legal action. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump, Mushmouth Crump, then got involved in the case. And the Wiley family held an emotional press conference demanding immediate accountability and transparency. I had a video of all of that. Then we got release of video footage. The family is demanding the immediate public release of all body camera footage, dash camera footage, and Walmart parking lot surveillance video to prove whether officers were actually in danger. And then the use of force policy, legal representation has heavily questioned the department's policy on discharging firearms into moving vehicles, especially when a child is visibly inside, noting that modern policing standards restrict shooting into moving cars due to the extreme risk to passengers. A funeral for Kohen Wiley is scheduled for Saturday, June 27th. So that's this Saturday coming up. And Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced is based on the 50th anniversary of the founding of the original Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. We started on Blog Talk Radio back in 2016 and have been around for 11 seasons now. Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced covers the Black experience from the beginning of time until 10 minutes ago. It is also part of the Front Line campaign and has recently, within the last 2 to 3 years, moved from Blog Talk Radio to StreamYard. Please make sure y'all like and share the broadcast, family. Remember, family, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Please join us on StreamYard, YouTube, Front Line Blacc News. The links to all of our channels are in the description, including Front Line Blacc News, Front Line Blacc News 2, our backup channel. Make sure y'all sub to that. And then we got my personal page, just appears, aka Chain Clement. Make sure y'all sub to that as well. So we stream on the Denver City Council and a lot of council meetings and the local Denver events, Black events, like we were at I was at Juneteenth this past weekend. I live streamed that. And I think I played that last night. Yeah. And then the Sunday morning food bank, which I've been doing for 10 years now. So that's what usually gets streamed on that channel. Then we got Lady Che's backup channel, Seduction Doll 5991. Make sure y'all sub to that so she can start going live on that YouTube channel. Then we got her main channel, the RBA, the Revolutionary Agenda. Make sure y'all sub to that so y'all can be abreast to what's happening with the RBA in regards to issues that we don't normally get to on Frontline Blacc News and Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. Then we got Shabaka's YouTube channel, Jeanette 1. Make sure y'all sub to that. I think Shabaka needs about 8 more subscribers, and he'll be able to go live again on YouTube.
Yes.
And then our cousin, our local throughout the Bay Area, Jay Militant. Make sure y'all sub to his channel as well. What's Cracking TV with Jay Militant. Then we got our brother Kukizi out the Mile High, Bellside, Montbello to be exact. And he came out with the FBA Culture Report, so make sure y'all check him out. The link to his channel is also in the description. Kukizi 5100. Then we got our brother Breeze, who's live right now. Breeze Omega.
Breeze.
Who is originally from Hempstead, Long Island, but is now in Houston, not Houston, Texas. Now is in Virginia, Leesburg to be exact. Make sure y'all check him out. He just surpassed 1,000 subscribers. He's fast approaching 2,000. So salute to Breeze. Then we got our brother Church of Black Power, who's originally from Watts, California, is now in Houston, Texas. Make sure y'all check him out as well. Brother Church, he just surpassed 2,000. I think he got 3,000 subscribers now. Salute to Church. He's growing as well. Check him out. He does similar content to what we do over here. Then we got our brother Torian Rainry, around for a decade plus. Make sure y'all check him out as well. He put Lisa Cabrera on, and he drops super heavy content, and he's out of the DMV area. Then we got Black Alpha Network, who's live right now, Afro Elite, and last but certainly not least, we got our brother Black Truth United, who's been on hiatus but did come up with the B1 Rolodex, which is a modern-day green book for FBA and B1 businesses. And the links to submit your business to the Rolodex are in the description. The link to the Rolodex itself is in the description. And the link to the Freedmen Reparations Party merch is also in the description. Shout out to Church for putting that together. Then we got Council of the Congressional Black Caucus and create a foundational Black American Caucus. The link to that petition is also in the description. Then we got Sister Brooks' Call to Action. The link to that is also in the description. Then we got the RDAS Act, the Reparations for the Descendants of American Slaves Act. Make sure y'all sign that petition if you haven't already. Then we got Lady Chase GoFundMe. Go donate to that if you haven't already. And then we got our brother Joshua Fox, who put hands and feet all over that Nabisco trap the Bussy. Make sure y'all check him out.
Right. Black Power.
He is in the description. I think he met his goal. I guess Lady Chase up now. Greetings, Lady Chase.
Where's Amaru?
Amaru is probably in the sink.
Probably is in the sink.
Stop Netflix from releasing the damaging docu-series about Michael Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Putting that together. Then we got myself, who's a candidate on the ballot for office here in the state of Colorado, House District 8. Make sure y'all check me out on the website. The link is also in the description. Then we got a copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Announcements made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. And I do not own the rights to the music. And if you don't understand racism, white supremacy, what it is and how it works, everything else you think you understand will only confuse you in all 9 or 10 areas of human and people activity. And that's economics, that's education, that's entertainment, that's labor, that is law, that is politics, that is religion, that is sex, and that is war. And some say it's health and nutrition. In all 9 or 10 areas of human and people activity, and that was by Mr. Nibley Fuller Jr., who passed away exactly a year ago at the age of 95, ProduceJustice.com. And when you, a Black person, are captured by any race soldier, you must never fuss, fight, or flee. Comply and defend yourself in court, also by Nibley Fuller Jr., ProduceJustice.com. And last but certainly not least, we got racism, white supremacy as conscious and subconscious behavior to maintain white genetic survival, to prevent white genetic annihilation. And that was by Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, the late great master teacher, Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, who passed away exactly 10 years ago at the age of 80 and would have been 90 as of 2 months ago. And shout out to our FBA brother,
full life,
out of Los Angeles, California, who paid for her funeral, along with several others. So those are the topics. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. So far, we just got Michael in here. Salute to Michael.
Okay, appreciate Michael. Okay, we always appreciate Michael. He's always, putting in 110%. And I just want to say, after further review, as I stated that I would do when we was on Front Line Blacc News last night, the mama is guilty of that baby's death, being a co-conspirator and a theft. Okay, because you got to look at cause and effect. Okay. So if the mama did not co-conspire, going in and do petty theft, shoplifting, what have you, okay, this incident would not have occurred. Then she held the baby up. Yeah. So regardless, if she was trying to show, as a shield, so regardless if she held the baby up as a shield or not, the bottom line is she still endangered the baby.
I think she held her up like a shield.
Does that make sense, Brother Jay?
Yeah, it looked like she held him up as a shield, though, Shabaka. You know, the baby up as a shield. Did you ever get a chance to watch the video that Black Joe sent you?
Yes, sir, I did. That's why I came to the conclusion, because me and Joe did speak about it. You know what I'm saying? Poor little baby.
Yeah, but before we get to that, there's another legend video.
Oh, okay.
This one is about the real Wakanda, I guess. They lied to you. The real Wakanda was even more powerful. So I'm going to play that. And then we'll get into the Kohen Wiley case.
Mm-hmm. And keep in mind, for fair use under, because Wakanda or Black Panther, all that is property of Marvel, Disney. Okay, fair use, fair use.
The real Wakanda was even more powerful.
Yeah, it was.
They built a fictional kingdom and called it Wakanda. But the real empires of Africa were never fiction. They were iron, gold, salt, and scholarship.
Yeah.
They were power. The world has never fully acknowledged.
The maps were burned, the names were changed, the libraries turned to ash and flame, but the stones
they sold you a story.
Wake up to the light.
And erased all the glory.
Wake up to the light.
The kingdom was real.
Wake up to the light.
Now it's time that you feel
the weight of what was taken, the truth that was hidden, the Africa they showed you was never the vision.
Yeah. The Ghana Empire rose in the 4th century, west of the Sahara's edge, controlling trans-Saharan trade routes, holding gold and salt on every ledge. Kumbi Saleh was its capital, a city of scholars and merchant kings, with administrative courts and legal systems governing everything. The Mali rose and swallowed kingdoms whole. Mansa Musa ruled with 14,000 soldiers in a heart of gold. In 1324, he walked through Cairo on his way to Mecca and crashed the entire Egyptian economy. No general could ever wreck him. He carried 60,000 people, 12,000 enslaved by force of war, 80 camels loaded with gold dust. The world had never witnessed more. The Songhai Empire followed, stretching 3,000 kilometers wide. Askia Mohammed built institutions with scholars walking side by side. Timbuktu held 700,000 manuscripts in his great hall. Medicine, astronomy, mathematics written on those ancient walls.
And Timbuktu is where the University of Sankore is.
The Mali Empire on a foundation of cultivated land. The maps were burned, the names were changed, the libraries turned to ash and flame, but the stones remain. The rivers know what colonizers tried to erase and bury below.
They told you a story.
Wake up to the light.
And erased all the glory.
Wake up to the light.
The kingdom was real.
Wake up to the light.
Now it's time that you feel
the weight of what was taken, the truth that was hidden, the Africa they showed you was never the vision.
Yeah. Great Zimbabwe stood 250 years before Columbus sailed a ship, built from granite stone without mortar, 11 meters high from base to tip. The Congo Kingdom ran a complex bureaucracy with provinces and courts, trading copper, ivory, and cloth through organized Atlantic ports. Benin City in the 14th century had roads wider than any in Europe, lined with guilds and artists cast in bronze that made the Western world regroup. Queen Nzinga of Ndongo fought the Portuguese for 40 years of war. She negotiated treaties, led armies, and never bowed before they law. The Axum Empire minted its own currency and built obelisks to stand, controlling Red Sea trade routes with a navy fleet across the land. Ethiopia was never colonized, it still when every neighbor fell. Defeating Italy at Aqua in 1896, they rang the freedom bell.
I am before Europe, go before their greed. Universities before their missionaries planted seed. Wakanda is a mirror, not a fantasy. The The real kingdoms are the history. Every mountain, every throne, every crown. Africa was never a continent the world could hold down.
Study the Ghana Empire. Study Mali. Study Songhai. Study Great Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Study Benin.
Yeah.
Study Action. Study Congo. The real Wakanda had many names and many kings.
They just never taught you that in school.
The Oyo Empire stretched across what is now Nigeria with cavalry and might. Yoruba kings commanded 60,000 horsemen, ready for the fight. The political system had checks and balances centuries before the West. The Alafin held the throne, but the Oyo Messi Council put his power to the test. Carthage stood on North African soil and challenged Rome for dominance of the sea. Hannibal crossed the Alps with war elephants, brought the Roman Empire to his knee. The Nubian kingdoms of Kushmero ruled Egypt for a full dynasty. 25th dynasty pharaohs were black African kings. That is documented history. Yeah. Meroe had more pyramids than Egypt, 255 in total count. The iron smelting technology from Meroe spread across the continent, no doubt. The Canaan-Bono Empire lasted 1,000 years without a single break. From the 9th century to the 19th, no outside force could make it shake. Queen Amina of Zaria built walls around every city that she conquered and controlled. She expanded the house of territory wider than any ruler, male or female, ever told.
They gave you vibranium in a movie screen. The real resource was iron, salt, and everything between. They drew new borders, changed the river's name, rewrote the textbooks, restructured all the claims. But oral tradition carried what the archives tried to kill. The grids kept the memory alive. They carry it still. Wake up to the light.
The pharaohs were African.
Wake up to the light.
The scholars were African.
Wake up to the light.
The engineers were African.
Wake up to the light.
The conquerors were African. Every pyramid, every trade route, every throne. Africa built civilization long before the world was shown. The Swahili coast connected Africa to Persia, India, and China by the sea. Kilwa-Kisiwani was called the most beautiful city on earth by Ibn Battuta. Read his decree. The Mutapa Empire mined gold in Zimbabwe, traded it across the Indian Ocean floor. There was no dark continent, there was only a continent they wanted
to ignore. The story is not finished. It was only hidden.
Go find it.
They built a fictional kingdom and called it Wakanda. But the real empires of Africa were never fiction.
They were iron, gold, salt, and scholarship. They were power the world has never fully acknowledged.
Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen. This is Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, in conjunction with Front Line Blacc News, Season 11, Episode 50. Okay, Brother Chaden Krumah, has our itinerary, okay, and based off the information that I did, with the little boy in Mississippi, the parent was negligent, okay, is because they went in there with intent to shoplift. Okay. That's what's so sad about it. Okay. Little baby shouldn't be dead, you know, with his little self. You know what I'm saying? But keep in mind is that the American social order is hell-bent, Black family, on our self-destruction. Okay. And I'm tired of arguing with people over the internet. So what I've done now is just delete and block, you know, and anybody's welcome to come up here as long as that they are respectful. If we disagree, please let us disagree agreeably. You see? So we appreciate Michael, Brother Jay, Black Joe, you know, all those who have contributed to this platform with input over the years, you know. And I got an assignment, you know, to log episodes, you know, to see, you know, if I can. And it's just very, very sad of the self-destruction that they have us bent on. They say, this is why these other groups feel that they're entitled to come up here to comment, you know, on our history where they don't even know what the hell they're talking about. They say, and as soon as we mention our greatness, well, you know, what about the Greeks? What about this? What about that? Now, why is we, as Black people, going to sit up here and worry about other groups when we got too much in-house business of our own that need to be addressed? Answer to the question. Like Lawrence Fishburne said in the movie Boys in the Hood, they want us to kill ourselves. They want us to self-destruct so they can go up there and point the finger at us as they sit out there, manipulate, you know, come up with some more alcohol, you know, to come up there to mug us again. You see? And then on top of that, me personally, alcohol is not allowed in my house. Well, you know, I'm going to go out here and have a drink, guzzle. You open up alcohol in my house, you'll be escorted to the front door, put on the other side of the door. You see what I mean? And I'm only going to ask you once. Now, I don't knock what nobody does. See, we all is grown, okay? But I've seen the destruction of what alcohol has done to our people. You see?
So, hypothetically, if me, hypothetically...
So, basically, they got us drunk and they mugged us. Go ahead, Brother Che.
Hypothetically, if me and Lady Che were to come to Vegas, we would have to leave our liquor outside the apartment. Like if we went to the liquor
sir, that is correct.
Okay.
The hemp, yeah, you would have to leave it in your car. But hemp, you know, is okay.
Shabaka, like in September,
Yes.
me and Jet. Well, I'm thinking I have to go. I have to go up to Nevada, up to Las Vegas, for something personal. And we're going to stop by a visit with you. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to be in the area for like 3 days. 2-3 days. But I was debating whether or not I wanted to take Jesse. Only because he's a man, you know what I mean? That's the only reason I want to take him. Just because he's a man. And he's physically
No, you
strong.
would need Jesse with you out here in Sin City, Lady Che.
I would, right?
You need Jesse with you, Lady Che. But yeah, because Jesse's in good shape, plus he has youth on his side. You see what I'm saying?
Right. So I thought so too. Anyway, so I was to make these plans because I got to get us, you know, I was just planning for myself. And maybe I have to plan for the other person, but I was really planning for myself. Then I thought about it. I said, you know, I have some nefarious purposes. You know, I might need Jesse to come with me, right? But we don't. I'm the only one.
Lady Che, you talking about going to them gambling tables?
Yeah, we're gonna go. Me, you, and
talking
him.
about come on 7-Eleven.
Yeah, me, you,
and playing the bandits too.
Yeah, me, you, and him.
Get to get mugged by the bandits.
Yeah, we can get some blackjack in too.
Ain't nobody gonna mug this bitch right here, okay? Ain't nobody.
Oh,
Yeah. Now, my brother
But the best time to do your gambling on the bandits is between Sunday and Thursday, not Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or holiday on Monday, because that's how they make their money. And I ain't mad at them. It's you know.
Yeah, I was planning on going
And what
up there,
have you.
and I was like, I might need a man to come with me, just because the masculinity of a man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And maybe that would deflect that, because motherfuckers do like to take advantage of women.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I'm the only one that really drinks.
Yeah.
And I don't. I'm like, I can go without drinking on a visit. I just
Every time I go to I drink.
Okay. Well, we sit down, we talk. You know what I'm saying? To quote Robert De Niro in Godfather 2, Ray, we sit down, we talk.
Yeah, we're coming. I'm gonna come in September. I have a something to do in October.
That's a good time of the year, Lady Che, to come about September, because after that time there, let me see, because we would be coming up on the autumnal equinox, will be the first day of fall. Because right now it is 104 degrees out here. It is windy. I just came from outside, getting some vitamin D.
It might rain too.
Okay, yeah. We can stand to cool off. Then that way there, the rain will wash that damn dirty ass car of mine too,
We're expecting severe thunderstorms overnight.
Okay, you guys in Denver, man, will have all 4 seasons in one day, man.
Yep,
I didn't believe that, man, until I witnessed it, man. It'll be hot, then it'll be raining, then it'll be snowing.
Yep. We get all 4 seasons in one day. We got a saying out here: if you don't like the weather, wait 15 minutes, it'll change.
Yes, sir. And do you know one time, man, that I was walking down Quebec, Brother Che, and I sat at the bus stop in the heat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just sitting there, man, you know what I'm saying? And do you know, man, next thing I know, man, the police department is around me, man, and the fire department is around me. You know what I'm saying? And I felt something on my foot, right? And I'm looking up, man, and they said, well, sir, we got a report that you had passed out right here. So the first thing they said to me was, where are you from? I said, Los Angeles. They said, okay, here's your problem. You're acclimated, for sea level, okay? Right. But it takes a minute to adjust your body, to the altitude here, because you guys are mile high in the sky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so they gave me oxygen, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And then to find out that one of the police officers who was in Nabisco had the same slave name as I do. And I looked at that. I said, man, there ain't no way that we's related. You know what I'm saying? And so, so they gave me the oxygen, and they just said, okay, and I said, you all ain't sending me no bill, is you? And they said, no, because they was trying to get me to go to the hospital. And I told them no. And they just said, just stay hydrated. You know what I mean? And you got to lower with and what they call that there, Brother Che, the core temperature of your body. Yeah, you see, so you got to lower the core temperature of your body. Now, in your winter months there, oh my goodness, it was 65 degrees.
I don't want to hear it.
Then,
you were so warm. We were so warm.
And then,
then
the snow came.
That's mess. We told you. We knew. And then you got to go to the Ritzy part. So,
Yeah. And I'm going down Colfax and immigrants, migrants, illegal individuals want to wash my windshield. And I just told them, I said, look, man, you better step the F away from me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we remember
I need money. Yeah. Down there on Colfax. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you wouldn't even recognize Colfax no more, Shabaka. It's all toe up.
Man, that's a damn shame, man. It really is. Well, maybe you could do something, when you get elected to office, man. about restoring Colfax is because, from what I understand, it's a historical street.
I have to go deal with the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure. They're the ones that put that BRT straight down Colfax.
Okay. 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 What's BRT again, sir?
Bus Rapid Transit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, just like up there in Panther Town, man, like East 14th Street, which is International Boulevard, they did the same thing. You only got one lane there. And then I'm trying to reach out to some brothers out there in Panther Town who's been putting up some, excellent videos about the place. You know what I mean?
At least East Colfax.
They turn up catch to make them.
They turn up both sides of Colfax.
Wow. And then them brothers who do that, them videos called Run Nigga Run, which is funny as hell. And I'm reaching out to them is because I see them chasing this cat, man, from New York to the Shine to the desert to Los Angeles, man. That's how far they chasing dudes, man. I tell you one thing, if they doing all that traveling, them dudes got one nice budget package. I tell you that much.
Right. All right. So let's hop into the first topic, or the only topic, and that is the Kohen Wiley case. So I got several videos lined up in regards to that.
Oh, okay. Going on mute.
The first one, shooting update, community demands answers after police shooting.
I'm Ruben Diaz. Here's your ABC 24 News update. The Mississippi officer involved in the shooting death of one currently on leave. In the meantime, people in Senatobia have packed a Board of Aldermen meeting demanding to see video footage. Here's ABC's Ezekiel Tomko with more.
Community members filled Senatobia City Hall following the death of one-year-old Kohen Wiley after he was shot and killed in the Senatobia Walmart right off of US 51. Now, when it comes to community members, they say that they've had enough and they're demanding for evidence when it comes to what took place here on Sunday. According to the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, Officer Senatobia Police Department and Tate County Sheriff's Office responded to a shoplifting call Sunday at the Walmart on US 51. Investigators say that officers encountered two subjects and a child leaving the store in a vehicle. The MBI says that the driver allegedly drove towards officers and nearly struck one of them before an officer fired their weapon. Now, the vehicle later arrived at a local hospital where one-year-old Kohen Wiley was pronounced dead and another person was listed in critical condition. During Tuesday's Board of Aldermen meeting, residents called for the release of the video following the incident.
So we want some footage, okay? Before y'all tamper with it and do all what y'all do, before y'all do all that right there, we like to see some clear-cut footage as to what happened at Walmart parking lot and what caused this deranged officer to feel the need to fire on a woman and a child.
FBI is over the investigation. Listen what I'm saying. I would like to see the footage just as well as everybody else in order to make a decision. I mean, you get what I'm saying? Brother, I understand we need to suspend him without pay. Suspending him without pay until FBI finishes their investigation.
City leaders also announced that the officer involved had been placed on administrative leave without pay pending the outcome of the investigation. Mississippi Department of Public Safety Commissioner Sean Tyndall says that investigators are working to collect evidence and to complete a thorough review of the incident.
It's one of those things that across the board, it takes time. Again, this happened on Sunday. We got to gather a lot of that evidence, and it doesn't just happen as quick as everybody wants it to. I understand that, but I cannot allow expediency to overtake the quality of the work that we're expected to do in these types of cases.
The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation tells ABC 24 specifically that this remains an ongoing investigation and that, again, they're going to continue to send more information to the Attorney General of Mississippi when it comes to what took place at the Walmart right here at US 51. And when it comes to the residents that I've spoken to, they are furious when it comes to the death of this one-year-old child. Reporting in Senatobia, Mississippi, I'm Ezekiel Telemaco, ABC 24 News.
Now, the family of baby Kohen has retained nationally renowned civil rights attorney Ben Crump to represent them. In a statement, Attorney Crump said Kohen Wiley was a baby. His mother, who has not been charged with any crimes, says she was trying to communicate to officers that there was a baby in the car. but they fired anyway. That's your ABC 24 News Update for now. Thank you for watching. I'm Ruben Diaz.
Now, here's what I know, people. You got something called cause and effect. Okay?
During that process. And with that, Mayor, I'll be glad to answer any questions that y'all have about our process, how we do it.
So this is the rally they had for him right after. Rally for Tyler killed by police. Town hall on the Front Street. Senatobia Town Hall. Front Street. This is from Memphis, ABC affiliate.
Okay.
Why we do it.
And keep in mind that the police guard is chosen for superior brawn and lack of intelligence.
Of the investigation, it's still very preliminary. This incident occurred on Sunday. It's Tuesday. We're still interviewing witnesses, and I will tell you that our incident assistance coordinator has been in touch with the family's attorney, trying to make sure that we're reaching out to them as well to make sure they understand the process directly from NBI.
May I ask you one question, being an old person?
Sure.
Okay, do you get out here and kill a baby or kill anybody and continue to walk around policing with a gun?
Typically, what I see in most situations, and I'm confident that what we'll have here is there is some sort of leave that is put in place.
But he didn't say that, though.
Well, look, those are personnel matters, and they have to be careful about what they discuss as far as personnel matters in public. And I'm just telling you what I typically see is usually these officers, for their own safety as well as everybody else's, are put on some sort of administrative leave during that time period because that's just the typical process. I can't imagine it being any different here.
It still is some comfort to the family and some comfort to the community. If this man had said, well, he's on suspended leave, he didn't say nothing.
That's right. And we'll talk about that and get with legal counsel and make some
You don't need no
information.
legal counsel for that. That's common sense.
It is common sense.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably how 98% of these are handled, and I'm sure that's how this has been handled.
How long do you think the commissioner's investigation is going to be?
They vary. Right now, you have to do the autopsy.
We are staying on top of breaking news out of Senatobia, Mississippi, where people are packing out the city hall there, outside and inside. We're hearing from authorities who are investigating the case. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation is overseeing a shooting, an officer-involved shooting that happened outside of a Walmart that ended with a 1-year-old dead. And that 1-year-old is named Kohen Wiley. And today, Senatobia community members all rallied for justice for that 1-year-old Kohen Wiley. We are expected to also hear from the family of Kohen Wiley as well. This is outside of the Senatobia City Hall, where you can see a large crowd has now gathered. Lots of people speaking in opposition of this or for justice, calling for justice of how the events unfolded leading up to that shooting. So large gathering, as you can see, we have our Lauren Turman on scene there, as well as we have 2 cameras following the developments that we are seeing right here live. We do know that the family is now being represented by civil rights attorney Ben Crump. We also heard that Van Turner, who is a well-known Memphis attorney, is also accompanying those legal efforts as well. So we do have 2 cameras with team coverage following today's efforts for justice for Kohen Wiley. This is the rally. We're going to take a quick listen in, if we can, to hear what people are saying outside during this demonstration outside of City Hall.
It's been going on. It's been going on. You can't go ahead.
Sorry. All right, we are going to touch back base with our crew there once they get settled. But this is inside of City Hall, where we know that the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation is taking over this case at the moment. We do have an official there addressing the public. We heard one person ask about what would happen or what is going to happen with the officer who was involved in this shooting. And the gentleman there mentioned that typical procedure would be to put officers on administrative leave. Senatobia city officials are also present, as you can see. Earlier, this whole room was packed, but it seems they may have done some crowd control at this moment. So let's listen in to see what else we can gather from what's happening at this moment.
Leave without pay. Right. That's the motion. The facts have been made.
in the executive session, they could still take that up and make a vote. I know that's what you can do. You agree?
I agree that they have things that they can do in executive session that aren't discussed in public. I do agree.
But I mean, that could be made.
There's a wide range, yes. I'm disagree.
Would they have to have, could they have put that in voting motion and have a vote, or does the law prohibit them from doing that?
No, the law don't, I ain't a lawyer.
I think, you know, I don't want to speak for the council here, but the typically personnel matters you take up in executive session because of liability concerns. If they have a frank discussion and something that said that's not accurate, then that opens the city up for defamation claims and other things. So those are typically matters that are handled in executive session so that you don't damage reputation and personal information. So that is typically how that's done.
So that question, that the motion that they were trying to make, was that proper or not?
I don't know.
It is, they're choosing not to speak for liability reasons.
We all know that was proper, the motion was proper. Now, we gonna vote on this motion.
It was a motion, and I don't know that that was on the agenda, and I'm not sure how it was. And I think that's probably what they will discuss. I will tell y'all, if like we don't do it, we're about to meet with the parents over the courthouse and answer any questions that they might have about the process. So we're about to make our way over there. Unless y'all have any other questions of me, I'll be glad to try to answer those. If y'all have any questions after you feel like you need to reach out, talk to the chief and get an answer, and we'll get my number and I'll respond. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Is that over to the public?
Yes.
Was inside of Senatobia City Hall. I'm Pepper Baker, ABC 24 anchor. We're following breaking news right now out of Senatobia. This is a call for justice for Kohen Wiley, a rally that is taking place outside of Senatobia City Hall. Lots of people are gathered out there, more than hundreds, really. And this is all because of an officer-involved shooting that ended with a one-year-old killed outside of a Walmart on Highway 51 in Senatobia. And now people are showing up to City Hall asking for transparency and accountability. This is video from that incident where officers were responding to a shoplifting call outside of the Walmart, and an adult with a child were seen running, and they got into a car and tried to drive away. And that's when an officer fired their weapon at the car, hitting and killing a one-year-old child. That is Kohen Wiley, who later died at the hospital. We do know that the family, Wiley's family, is now being represented by National Civil Rights Attorney Ben Crump. We also heard well-known Memphis attorney Van Turner is also joining in those legal efforts. We do have our Lauren Turman on the scene. She will be giving us a live report shortly. But lots of people today calling for accountability. Again, this is inside of City Hall in Senatobia, where you see city officials are addressing the public. Tensions are high right now. Of course, this is bringing some very emotional, lots of emotions when police-involved shootings happen here. So we did hear from an official. We know the Memphis Bureau of Investigation is handling the case.
Greetings, Michael. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, greetings, Jesse. Greetings, Shabaka. Later today. Yeah, greetings. Yeah, I know that. I know the no. Yeah, so when I saw when the lawyer responded to the brother, right? Because the brother said, "Look,
Tonight, an officer is on leave in the shooting death of."
Oh yeah, go ahead, Michael.
Right, want that police officer not only to be like suspended with administrative pay, but to be fired from his job. And I didn't like how the way the lawyer responded to him, because the brother's like, "Look, attorney, it's common sense." And you realize, I noticed that the attorney had to admit, yeah, it's common sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed that too. These monsters, trigger happy goddamn pigs.
Yeah, and the way how it's interesting because the way how the police respond to both white and black babies very differently.
Oh yeah, because they see the white baby as their own baby, whereas our
Right.
babies are expendable. They were
Yeah. And the way I see how the police, approach black babies is like what Shabaka said. The police are create as slave patrols or enforcers of the law and hunters.
That's exactly what they are.
No, what it is, Mike, right there came off from Malcolm X in Los Angeles, is that the black community has the highest level of crime. It has the highest level of police. So surely how's the area that has the highest level of police and has more crime? So surely the cops must be in cahoots with the criminals. And the police, which are policy enforcers, evolved from the slave patrollers, particularly down in the state of Texas. And Governor Bush, Governor Rollways, you see what I mean?
Right.
You say, so the police are policy enforcers. You see what I'm saying? And to quote the words of George Orwell in the book 1984 that he wrote in the year 1949, the police are chosen for superior brawn and lack of intelligence.
Yep. And even like in policy conversations too, I've noticed, right? And the reason why there's more crime, it's not because people commit crime with this, it's because of lack of economic stability, right? And when it comes to when you factor in race, and I notice how policymakers respond to FBAs who need an economic boost, especially from Democrats. Democrats and Republicans say the way we can deter crime is more police. But when it comes to white people, right, Democrats, Republicans say, let's give our own people more economic opportunities to deter crime.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see, exactly.
It's a completely different treatment.
Yeah, totally different treatments, right? I mean, regardless if the white Democrats and white Republicans don't like each other, but they definitely support each other at the same time.
Especially against us.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, without doubt. Exactly. Look at Uncle Tom Bradley, the mayor of Los Angeles.
Right. So I'm gonna move on to the next video clip, and that is Mississippi opens inquiry after police shoot and kill 1-year-old during shoplifting call. And then we're gonna hear from the mother and then punk ass Ben Crump.
And tensions are high in Mississippi after police opened fire on a moving vehicle and shot and killed a 1-year-old boy last Sunday. Furthering the outrage, this stemmed from an alleged shoplifting case at a Walmart. Police say the suspect was behind the wheel and accelerating towards them when one of the officers fired that fatal shot. Scripps News senior national correspondent Jay Gray is looking into this case. So, Jay, when you see this picture of this 1-year-old, you can't help but wonder how something like this could have happened. I understand the family is calling for an independent autopsy. Can you tell us why?
Yeah, Andrew, the family's attorneys say they're just concerned overall with the transparency of this investigation, say they are worried about how it is going to be carried out. And they also are saying that the mother of the young boy, she's disputing a police account of how he was killed.
Justice for baby Cohen? Justice for baby Cohen!
Calls for justice just days after 1-year-old Kohen Wiley was shot and killed by police responding to a shoplifting call in northwest Mississippi. This video showing the scene playing out in a Walmart parking lot in the small town of Senatobia.
They were called over a box of diapers. And a family now has to bury their baby. You cannot put those two things next to each other and call it reasonable policing.
An officer firing shots into a car he alleges was accelerating toward him, something Cohen's mother, a passenger in the vehicle, denies. Valencia Wiley also says she held Cohen up so officers would know there was a baby in the car just before the shots were fired.
I watched my baby take his first breath, and I watched my baby take his last breath.
The officer who fired the shots has been placed on administrative leave. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation promising transparency as they gather evidence, including security and police body cam video of the incident. The MBI promising to release that video, but only after the investigation is complete.
We don't have to wait 6 to 9 months. They can release the body cam footage of the officers. The officers have body cams on. Yeah. We know if their lives were in danger because we can tell from the body cam footage.
Attorneys for Wiley's family have requested an independent autopsy. There will be a public funeral for Cohen, which could come as early as the weekend.
Now, a couple of other quick points in this case. The driver of the car was critically injured during that shooting. Her injuries, though, not considered life-threatening. Also, Cohen's mother has not been accused or charged with shoplifting following the incident. So a lot to sort out here, obviously, Andrew.
And Jay, this is a small town, and it is one that is familiar with tension between the community and police. What more can you tell us about that?
Yeah, community advocates telling us that the death of Cohen is really a, quote, breaking point after multiple incidents in the city across the span of the last several years, including an officer threatening a black woman with a taser, then pulling her from her car to the ground after a confrontation over a handicapped parking spot. And that happened, Andrew, in the same Walmart parking lot where this shooting occurred.
Wow. Senior national correspondent Jay Gray. Jay, thank you for your reporting.
So that town been a problem. Police in that town been a problem.
Well, look where it's at, man. It's in the deep south.
And now, before you hear from one of our community activists, we're gonna have you hear from baby Cohen's mother, who is still 1 week later, still having nightmares and having panic attacks over this tragedy. Obviously, nothing can compare to a mother losing their child, especially being shot while the baby is in her arms. So she is doing her best to try to keep it together through all the confusion and solve all of the mental anguish. So you all keep her in prayer, keep standing up and loving on her so she knows that she's not alone in trying to get to the truth and get to justice. Y'all stand to your feet and let's shout justice for baby Cohen so she knows she's not alone. Justice for baby Cohen. 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 Thank you. Felicia, we're going to stay here because I don't know if the stand is it okay if she stands here? Can y'all see her? Okay. Let's say what's on your heart.
Hey everyone, my name is Valencia Wiley. I'm the mother of baby Cohen. I watched my baby take his first breath, and I watched my baby take his last breath. I'm still in disbelief about the traumatizing event that occurred that took my one and only child, baby Cohen. I ask that you keep my family in your prayers, and justice for baby Cohen.
Justice for baby Cohen. Justice for baby Cohen. Justice for baby Cohen. Justice for baby Cohen. Justice for baby Cohen. Ms. Robertson, will you come and talk about Some of the things with the panic attacks and so forth with your baby, I know that people need to know what she's going through.
Since this incident occurred, my daughter's up at night. She's crying, and I know it hurt her because they together all the time. And now she has nothing. You know, she's not sleeping, she's not eating. You know, only thing we can do is just pray for her and try to get her some mental health. The panic attacks are occurring every day. I don't know how to console her in it because we never been through anything like this. It's different, you know. So if y'all know someone that could help us, please reach out and let us know. Please.
Thank you so much, Ms. Robertson. What they relayed is the littlest things, the smallest things will cause Felicia to go into a panic attack. I know Kareem Ali was talking with them and she saw his favorite toy that he got for his birthday. And she went into a panic attack where she couldn't breathe. And he had to get her mother to her right away. This is real. I know to some it's just a hashtag. It's another case. But to them, this was her baby, her first baby, her only baby. And it is devastating to lose a child. It's exponentially more devastating to have your child shot by the police while that baby is in your arms. It's going to take a lot of prayers to get her through this ordeal.
We turn now to a continuing story out of Senatobia, Mississippi, where emotions remain high after a deadly officer-involved shooting. As we've reported, a 1-year-old child was killed and the officer involved has been placed on administrative leave. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump was in Senatobia this morning to announce an independent autopsy and make a demand for the release of any video of that incident. WRG's Mike Sirianni is in Senatobia tonight with more on what the family of the 1-year-old is saying this evening. Mike?
And good evening, Greg. It has been a week and a day since that officer-involved shooting in the parking lot of the Senatobia Walmart. That shooting claimed the life of 1-year-old Kohen Wiley. And since then, calls for transparency and accountability have grown louder and louder with each day. This morning at a press conference held by attorney Ben Crump, family members were filled with emotion as they spoke about the tragedy.
That baby loved his mother, and his mother loved him. What these people took from us can never be replaced. I am hurt. I am devastated. I want answers. I want justice for that baby.
One by one, family members of Kohen Wiley spoke about the loss of the 1-year-old. A shoplifting call Sunday, June 14th at the Senatobia Walmart led to a shooting that claimed the baby's life.
I'm going to miss him. They took away so much. They took away from us. That's why we demand justice, because it's not right.
A week and a day later, attorney Ben Crump came to Senatobia to announce an independent autopsy, something he says the family deserves.
They will have the truth examined by someone who answers to no one but the facts, not the state of Mississippi, not the police department, not Tate County. We want the truth.
Crump stressed the need for any video related to the incident to be immediately released.
So we can verify the facts of the entry wound to the baby's body and the exit wound to the baby's body.
Kohen's mother calling for transparency and accountability.
I watched my baby take his first breath. and I watched my baby take his last breath. I'm still in disbelief about the traumatizing event that occurred that took my one and only child, baby Kohen. I ask that you keep my family in your prayers and justice for baby Kohen.
And back out live this morning, Mr. Crump announced that the funeral for the young child will be held Saturday, June 27th. Now, we've reached out again to MBI to get more information on this incident, to find out when video is going to be released, to find out if there is an autopsy report that's been done by the state. They're just telling us that there's an ongoing investigation in this and that they have no further comment at this time. Reporting live for your news leader, Mike Suriani, WREG News Channel 3.
We're here to stand for transparency, accountability, and justice for baby Kohen. There are some who will call us controversial for coming to Mississippi to demand transparency, while they would call it just plausible that we can delay the truth from being revealed. There are some who would call us controversial for coming to stand up for this Black baby's life and try to say that everything is plausible to just take the word of the police. There are those who would call us controversial for saying that it is a shame before God that the police would shoot into a moving vehicle knowing that there is a baby involved. It is not controversial for us to stand up for transparency. It is not controversial for us to stand up for accountability. It is not controversial for us to stand up for truth. It is not controversial for us to stand up and call for justice for this little Black baby named
Nigga,
Kohen Wiley.
grandstanding shit.
You know, that's how he does.
He's grandstanding. He's grandstanding.
You already know that's how his.
Tonight, attorneys for the family of one-year-old boy who was killed by an officer in Senatobia, Mississippi, announced they are pursuing an independent autopsy. Earlier this evening, the Office of Civil Rights Attorney Ben Crump announced he and Memphis attorney Van Turner would join the family of one-year-old Kohen Wiley to make the announcement Monday morning in Senatobia, Mississippi. This is cell phone video from Walmart on Highway 51. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation says this all started when police responded to a shoplifting call. According to MBI, 2 adults and a child jumped into a car, which then began driving toward officers. Investigators say an officer fired shots into the car, killing Kohen. One of the adults was critically hurt. Kohen's mother claims his body was taken to the medical examiner's office in Jackson, Mississippi, and she was told she was not able to see until his body was returned. Attorney Van Turner spoke with ABC 24 shortly after the shooting. He's calling for the release of body camera footage
Stealing little
at the time
baby's
of the
organs.
event.
We want to see the body cam
Stealing
footage
the little
from the
baby's
officers.
organs.
We also want to see the footage from Walmart. And the family is just wondering why the officer dispatched his service gun, knowing that there was a child in the car. This was a horrible tragedy. No one-year-old child deserves to pass away from this earth like we've seen here in this case. So they're just asking for your prayers and they're asking for your support.
The death of one-year-old Kohen Wiley sparked protests and rallies in the community all week. Demonstrators continued to protest last night after gathering for a community prayer for the family. Meanwhile, in a new post to the city's Facebook page, the mayor of Senatobia posted a message acknowledging the community's pain and the days since Kohen's death.
A child lost their life. And that heartbreaking loss has touched every corner of our community. My thoughts and prayers remain with
That
all those
heartbreaking
involved.
loss, man.
We're
Goddamn
committed to
hillbilly
transparency
ass
throughout
head.
this investigation. We remain committed to serving every
Committed
member
to
of this
transparency
community
throughout this
with
investigation.
integrity, transparency, and respect. I recognize this is a deeply painful and devastating situation for our community, and I ask everyone to continue to treat one another with dignity and respect as we all navigate through this loss together. I ask for
Facts,
your
Michael.
prayers for all those affected as we move forward through this process.
Today, the Walmart Supercenter on U.S. Highway 51, where an officer
You may
fatally shot
kiss
one-year-old
my
Cohen,
ass.
temporarily closed. Although the store has been at the center of the investigation, officials at Walmart did not give details on why the store was closed. Be sure to follow the latest updates on 24+, the streaming home of ABC 24 News. From press conferences and community rallies to major updates in the investigation, we'll bring you the latest information as it happens, live and uninterrupted.
I'm Commissioner Sean Tyndall with the Mississippi Department of Public Safety.
I'm Commissioner Sean Tyndall.
Another good old boy.
With his trade gouty looking ass.
Yeah, I know.
Motherfucker.
Oh, Amaru, like, just get this damn Ku Klux Klan up out of here. Get that Amaru. Here he come.
Because kitties are smart.
Hey, Jesse, if you had to be the police commissioner in Mississippi, what
God.
things would you radically change there?
Everything. Everything. Starting with the culture over there.
Yeah, exactly. And then if I was the mayor, I'd disband that police department like they did in the city of Compton. Okay.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the only elected police official would be the sheriff. You see?
Cool. You gonna get up on
Right.
camera?
Yeah.
But how would
You know, go ahead, Michael. I'm sorry.
yeah. So like, because I know I know that three of you are definitely for defunding the police, right? How would you convince the FBA?
Abolishing the police.
I mean, abolishing. Sorry, abolishing. Let me say it. I know three of you are for abolishing the police, right? How would you convince the FBAs in Mississippi that the police are not really there to protect it, that it's time to abolish them? And they said, no, we can't. If we abolish the police, how can we stay safe in the state of Mississippi?
Remind them of the history of the patty rollers.
Exactly. And exercise your Second Amendment right to find out after further research that Second Amendment was mainly for white people to use their firearms in case the slaves got out of line again.
Right.
And I hate to be so cynical about it.
They said,
You
don't
know?
tread on. What I was talking about, don't tread on me and all that shit. They want
Exactly.
to carry a gun to shoot and kill us.
Right.
Exactly. And this is why the Black Panthers came out with point number 7.
Self-defense.
Immediate anti-police brutality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lady who's running for U.S. Senate. Her name is Priscilla Tills.
Out of what state, Michael?
It's, I think, Mississippi for
Okay.
U.S. Senate. And I just emailed her about her reparations, her stance on reparations, because when I went on her website today, she did not mention anything about American freedmen issues, not a single item.
Wow.
Yeah, I think she has close ties to John Lewis, if I remember correctly.
Oh, Lord. Oh,
Wait a minute. You're not talking about that cat talking about Good Trouble who got knocked upside his head at the Edmund Pettus Bridge, knocked the fuck out.
Yep, that's him, John Lewis. Yep.
Got John Lewis. That same bastard who sat up there and went and sat on the floor of the U.S. Congress begging for a cup of coffee. Him?
Yeah. That's
Good
him.
Trouble. Good Lord. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so I emailed her today about her stance on reparations because her platform was just too ambiguous, too general, and
Right.
nothing really pertaining to FBAs when she herself lives in a majority FBA state. Because I would think she'll do best. Would do better. I'm sorry. Would probably be wise to do something for FBAs when she knows that majority of people who vote for her or going to vote for her are going to be FBAs in the state of Mississippi.
Right.
What assembly is she running for? What district?
Oh, she's running for U.S. Senate. Sorry, U.S. Senate this year in the midterms.
Oh, she's running for U.S. Senate.
Yep. And I think I believe she's going to try to pull up the Jasmine Crockett stunt of, let me see, I can be like the second FBA woman win the U.S. Senate in American history.
So she's trying to get the symbolism.
Yeah.
And she ain't got tangible for FBAs.
No tangibles for FBAs. I would think she would be wise to do it. You know, I mean to provide like what Professor Blacc too said, economic tangibles for FBAs.
Okay,
right,
so which means is
I'll see what the good old boy got to say.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Mississippi Department of
mute
Public
the
Safety
stomach this
oversees
shit.
11 different divisions, including the Mississippi Bureau of Investigations. In 2022, legislation was passed that required the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation to investigate all officer-involved shootings in the state of Mississippi. As part of that legislation, once that investigation is complete, our files are turned over to the Mississippi Attorney General's office, and they will review and make a determination as to whether or not to present that case to a grand jury and whether or not that trial against any officers would proceed after that point. This was done to bring independence to the process, one where the public could trust the process knowing that it was independent from local agencies. Mississippi Bureau of Investigation policy now dictates that once that investigation is complete, our entire file, as well as any evidence collected, body cam footage,
that makes me very angry.
dash cam footage, surveillance footage, will also be available to the public as part of a public records request. The purpose for that is because we believe that transparency creates accountability, and with accountability, we're able to maintain the public trust. Those policies and procedures will be followed in this case as well. To make no mistake, this is a very tragic situation. I want the public to be assured that the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation will conduct its independent investigation. We have 5 agents working on this case, gathering statements, gathering evidence, and working diligently to prepare.
We investigated our fellow good old boys, and we found that we did nothing wrong.
And then they're going to release the redacted video to the public, and the public will not be happy about it.
Yep. You already know.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And I know the commissioner's going to say, well, you see, we had to think about this very carefully. We didn't want to release the entire footage because it's going to make our police departments look so bad. And the Mississippians depend on us for public safety. I mean, I'm paraphrasing what the commissioner would probably say.
Another reason why we need an anti-Black, anti-FBA hate crime bill.
Yep. And why do you think, Jesse and Shabaka, why do you think the FBA Mississippians are not pushing the legislators for a anti-hate crime bill protection, like something that's basic for the moment?
I don't want to say they're docile because they're not
Because
docile, but they are like, I don't know, lost in the sauce maybe.
Mm-hmm.
They're not on code.
And intimidation.
They're not tapped
intimidation. Right.
Mm-hmm.
When we know that Mississippi's majority FBA states, I would think they'll have a better advantage than those who live in California, West Coast and East Coast.
And it's a Republican state.
Right, Republican, right.
Yeah. And now the problem with California on that there, Michael, okay, I respect your reasoning. But the problem with California on that, man, they busy or too preoccupied with an alternative agenda, if you know what I mean.
Right. I know what you mean.
But Mississippi,
speaking code,
where they still got the 10 Commandments.
Well, to quote the words of Nina Simone, to quote the words of Nina Simone,
where they used to
Mississippi, goddamn.
where they used to flare the Confederate flag. They was the last state to get rid of the Confederate flag.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And do you remember? Yeah, even Lode, Jesse, were you surprised when Lode said that? Yeah, unfortunately, Mississippi is going to have to.
Love this. They were also the last state to ratify the 13th Amendment.
Wow. And yeah, I
Okay,
remember.
now the 13th Amendment, that there was ending slavery, brother.
On paper, Shabaka.
On paper.
Okay. Okay.
It was definitely on paper
Dang.
because it still went on 100 years plus after that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get back
So
to the
they
good
got
old.
systemic delays. All right, going on mute.
File to present to the AG's office. I would ask that the public maintain patience as much as possible. And I know this is a very frustrating time, but maintain patience as this process is done. And keep in mind that it's important for us to be able to interview witnesses without threat of intimidation. And one of the things that we don't want to have is witnesses that are afraid to come forward out of intimidation. So it's important that we keep civility during this process so that we can get to the bottom of it, and we can analyze all the evidence and then ultimately make it available to you all. And again, I understand your frustration. Unfortunately, these incidences have occurred all over the state of Mississippi.
Don't tell me that
And
you're
over the last
innocent,
several years,
Carl.
NBI has done numerous investigations. And in all those cases, the ultimate findings were made available to the public. And so I want you to be assured that it will be a thorough investigation and it will be one where transparency is there. I'll be glad to answer any questions from the media first, if there are any that you might have about the process. I will not get into the details of the investigation. I would have everybody keep in mind, this just occurred about 48 hours ago. So it's still a very, very new investigation.
I'm Rob Sneed with Fox 13. There was a question about the actual body cam video. When is that expected to be released? A lot of people keep asking about that. I know that there's a process, but is there a time frame?
The way that we've handled it in the last 4 years is we will release that once that investigation is complete. And once that part of the process is done, if you think about any other criminal case, we never release evidence before that time. So we try to treat this the same. We also want to make sure that all witnesses that come forward do it to the best of their recollection. And sometimes when you release that evidence early, witnesses don't want to come forward because they feel like the case is closed at that point. And we feel like it's best policy to do that once the investigation is complete.
Raven Copeland with Channel 3. Raven Copeland with Channel 3. Raven Copeland with Channel 3. I'm sorry.
Can you tell me how many videos you suspect you have of gun Walmart and gun?
Can't hear you, sir. He's asking about the different types of video that we expect are available. We always retrieve any body cam footage, dash cam footage. Of course, this happened at a Walmart, and Walmart does have a highly sophisticated level of security cameras and systems, and we will work with Walmart to make sure that we obtain every piece of evidence that they have as far as security footage.
Raven Copeland with Channel 3. What's the status of the officer involved in this shooting? Is he placed on suspension, on leave? Are there calls for him to be fired? What's the latest with that?
Well, I can tell you again, we conduct the officer-involved shooting part of the investigation. Each agency in the state, when these incidents happen, have an opportunity to do their own internal affairs investigation, internal analysis of what happens, and ultimately make those decisions. I can tell you it's very, very routine, and it would be quite unusual that an officer after an incident like this would not be put on some sort of administrative leave, at least for a short amount of time, but often for an extended amount.
There's information online talking about this officer's past, saying that he had a kind of a shady past. Is there anything you can kind of clear up or elaborate on it concerning the officer and his history with the public at various jobs?
Not that we would have. I mean, I can tell you the Board of Law Enforcement Officer Standards and Training is housed at the Department of Public Safety. They oversee the certificates of officers. Reviewing this officer's history, there's nothing in the file that would indicate any such problems.
Paula Burris, community activist out of Memphis, Tennessee. On this day, in the time leading up to this incident, has anyone been arrested or has there been a police report made for shoplifting?
I'm not going to, again, get any specifics of the investigation at this point. That's all part of the ongoing investigation. I can tell you NBI is conducting that as well as getting witness statements. And so I cannot answer that at this point.
Are you able to speak to the policy that officers follow when it comes to pursuing an alleged shoplifter or any type of crime? What is that policy?
And again, that is something department by department that is established. And just to give you an example, we oversee 900 law enforcement officers at the Department of Public Safety, the largest of which is the Highway Patrol. The Highway Patrol might have a different pursuit policy than Jackson PD, for example.
What is this pursuit policy for this scene?
I don't know the pursuit policy for here in Senatobia. And I can tell you that's also one of the things that, a policy violation would be much different than a criminal or, violation, and one in which we would really be taking a deep analysis of, but we will look at that. And it's one of those things that across the board, it takes time. Again, this happened on Sunday. We got to gather a lot of that evidence, and it doesn't just happen as quick as everybody wants it to. I understand that, but I cannot allow expediency to overtake the quality of the work that we're expected to do in these types of cases.
What would you say to the public to reassure them? Because a lot of them obviously are angry today, or passionate, upset, hurt. There's a lot of people. So what is the direct message you would have to?
Why y'all keep lynching us?
Again, and I understand the frustrations. I mean, I've seen this happen in other communities across the state. That's why I'm here, is to answer these types of questions so that everybody can understand the process that we're going through. And again, understand that our goal is to ultimately be transparent in our investigation, so that everybody can take a look at that. And if the wrong conclusions ultimately reached, then those decisions will be looked at and reviewed and scrutinized by the public. And that's how transparency creates accountability.
Sir, can you give us your name and your title again?
Sure. My name is Sean Tyndall. Commissioner of the Mississippi Department of Public Safety. It's spelled SEAN, last name Tyndall, TINDELL.
When can we expect another update from you and your department?
Give it time. We'll see as the situation evolves. There might be an additional update. There might not be any. I can't tell you. We're going to see how the investigation.
Yeah. Get your line straight, your line.
You'll let us know if there's not going to be any more updates, won't you?
It's not. They don't have a policy. They just kill the black people. That's it.
You should come out and let us know that you won't be putting out any more updates, so that we don't think that you're ignoring us.
Ma'am,
you want to keep the violence down, right?
Well, listen.
They don't have a policy.
Just make a statement.
No, I'm going to tell you.
Whenever you're not going to investigate anymore or make any more. No, ma'am, nothing.
I'm going to tell you.
You want violence
I'm going to give an update if there's
non-violent. You need to tell the people every step in your investigation. If you're not going to say anything else to the public, it would be nice to know that.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to say anything else.
Not today. I mean, when you make
Any
that
other
decision.
questions?
Don't sit there and be quiet. I'm done with this bullshit.
How long do
I'm going to Walmart. I'm having Walmart.
I've been in contact with the Attorney General's office, and I can tell you that we're going to try to work on this as quickly as we can, because we do understand the importance for this community. But we also, again, I do not want expediency to be done at the expense of the quality of the investigation.
I understand all things considered, the depth of the situation, a young child.
It's very tragic. It's heartbreaking.
Will this be made a priority?
It is a priority. It's an absolute priority.
For the relief of the families. Yeah.
And I will say this to that end. We have an incident assistance coordinator that has been in contact with their attorney, trying to make sure that from their perspective, they have contact with our agency so that they too understand the process and the independence of this process. That's why we also reach out to the families in this situation that have had a loved one impacted by that particular interaction. Yes, ma'am.
As far as city council members, can you speak on that?
No, ma'am. That is what they do, and what we do is investigate from the state level. So, any other questions? Okay. Thank y'all. God bless.
We would like to say hi, everyone.
Hi, Amaru.
Maru.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesse's frozen.
Okay, ladies.
On that press conference.
Yeah.
Get up.
The digital warfare that's there. So we just want it right now, and we're not going to stop till we get it.
Michael, Shabaka, what are your thoughts on that press conference with the good old boy?
Yeah, it's a good old boy.
It
The
was a
press
bunch
conference,
of bullshit and an
Go ahead,
insult to my
Shabaka.
goddamn
Go ahead.
intelligence. And it makes me very angry. Don't tell me that you're innocent, Carlo.
Yeah, I'll say, in that press conference, right? When I heard the sister talk, I could tell she's a real FBA woman. I feel like she cares about the community. She said, F that crap. No. If you're not gonna value the Black lives in the state of Mississippi, then we're not going to rock with the police department or the investigation. And when I heard her talk, I'm like, yeah, she could be a future politician for FBAs by fighting
Yes, she
hard
could.
for reparations, much harder than Priscilla Tills, right?
Priscilla
And
Till related to Emmett Till. Like, what the hell?
I found out, on her website, yes,
Yeah.
a relative. And even interesting that
And listen to a
Go
song by
ahead.
Nina Simone called Mississippi Goddamn.
Oh, yeah.
And you know that commissioner, he reminds me of Bubba. You heard the name Bubba?
Yes.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
yeah.
Bubba. Yeah. When he
Yeah.
reminds me
What
of
I mean
Bubba.
by good old boy.
Mhm.
That's another way of saying good old boy.
Yep, good old boy. Yep. And you know what? He reminds me of Bubba. Do you remember the TV show
And
called
keep in
In the
mind,
Heat of the Night?
Go
yeah,
ahead.
man. Yeah. Alan Autry, who played Bubba, was also
Yes.
the mayor of Fresno, California, believe it or not.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
yes. Yeah. And
I
would
think
you say like Alan Autry, was he
Mhm.
the same type of politician actor, Sabaka? Like same, like even though he appeared to be racist on the show,
Okay,
but
that I don't know, Michael.
So,
Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up records.
Shabaka, what is up with
Yeah,
California?
we need to pull up records on it.
yeah.
What's up with California? What?
Electing actors.
Yeah, like actors and actors
Okay,
as
I
politicians.
think it's one of the biggest mistakes gone. Look at that old senile motherfucker that they elected as the governor of California, okay, who came up there being the president with special effects like Crazy Glue and Grisha Formula 44, whatever it was. That's it. Again, hated black.
He had
He
dementia,
wasn't even
right?
that damn good of an actor.
He had dementia or Alzheimer's or both. Didn't
Who,
he
the
have
governor?
Probably a combination of all three. Mhm.
old Reagan's punk ass?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember the governor said
The one, that signed the Mulford Act in the California state legislature to disarm the Black Panther Party.
Yeah, when he was the governor.
Yeah, Ronald Reagan.
Right. There's no reason that anybody should be on the street with a loaded gun. Tell that to the goddamn California Highway Patrol. Tell it to the Los Angeles Police Department.
Right.
Tell it to the Oakland Police Department.
Right.
When they killed little Bobby Hutton.
Terrible, very terrible. Yeah, Reagan. Oh,
And that's not justice.
Right.
Yeah, that's not justice.
Yeah, that's definitely
So,
injustice.
Fuck
for
Ronald
sure.
Reagan. Fuck Ventura County. And the next quake that hits California, be sure to put Ventura County into the ocean.
Oh, it's coming, Shabaka.
Yeah. Hey, Sabaka. If Virgil, let's say Virgil Tibbs, right, moved to Mississippi. What would you say to Virgil Tibbs about investigating hard about two white police officers unaliving a Black baby? What would you say to Virgil Tibbs if he was still alive today?
Okay, to go ahead and arrest them. But you see, the trip is though, Michael, is that you got to look at what federal laws they violated. You see, now this is the problem, with the administration of justice. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's because this is quite obviously a possible civil rights violation, but at the same token, the mama has to be held accountable. You see what I'm saying? It's because she went in there with intent to steal. You see, you got to look at intent. And then, as they say, the laws here are ambiguous. You see what I'm saying? And to quote the words of Dr. Huey Percy Newton, any law that is so ambiguous that it cannot be understood by the common man / person, then it's not a statute.
Mm-hmm.
You say, now those are Dr. Newton's words, not mine. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? Regardless of the issues that Newton had in his personal life. Because if you go up there to Oakland, and if you disrespect Dr. Newton, his relatives will step to you and they will fuck you up. They've done it more than once. They've done it more than twice. They've done it more than 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
And you will get
You
your
see?
mind. Right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Because they have a failure to communicate. You see?
Yeah.
And Strother Martin, the actor who played that role in that film, Cool Hand Luke, you know, he's passed away. He should have got an Oscar for that role.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
the Walmart is closed down, and that is due to the efforts of this brother on the screen and some other activists that just ain't taking that no more. So our brother gonna give us a shut the Walmart down.
Okay, gone on mute.
We're not only targeting Walmart, but they made the call. They're liable for their reaction to something as simple as a pack of Pampers.
Okay, so tell me about what happened here this morning. I didn't get here in time to see it, but it looked like you had hundreds of people standing at the doors of this store. Was the purpose to get the doors closed? And talk about what happened this morning.
Interorganizational unity, what Building Bridges stands for, in partnership with the IUIC. Real solid Black men that are strong and encouraging their community to stop doing drugs, to stop being gang members and stand for something, create one nation.
He's talking about the Hebrew Israelites. That's what that acronym is short for. One of their, I guess it'll be chapters. I don't know what it is.
Oh, so he's part of Israelite, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where of Black people who we know who we are, where you can seek reparations as a whole, as a collective. So if
we're on every Tuesday evening.
Hey Val, yeah.
Hey Val, how you doing?
We on Shabakas Black Experience Enhanced, ma'am. And how you doing, Val? Okay. And in a situation like this of what we're talking about, you got to look at cause and effect. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
now,
so we're going
as one of these cases.
The Kohen Wiley Case system down in Mississippi, Senatobia, Mississippi.
Senatobia, Mississippi. Mm-hmm.
So I've just been playing
quote
video.
the words of Nina Simone, I'll be Mississippi goddamned.
Yep, goddamned. All right. So this brother, he's with the Hebrew Israelites. She's giving us an update on why they shut down the Walmart down there where the young baby was killed. And the little baby was killed.
I'm willing to partner and work with anyone who have revolution on their mind.
Tell me this. Tuesday, they deployed tear gas. Were you here for that?
Yes, I was.
So are you ready for that to happen again? Because as I understand it, I saw the flyer this coming weekend. It's 3 days of activities planned in protest for what happened to baby Cohen.
Well, we're prepared. The first time I know that they were testing us, and this is warfare, and that's how I treat it. So I know we were testing them as well to see their response, to see how they will react, to see how many officers they have, to know and come with a larger force. So they're going to do what they're going to do, and we're going to do what we're going to do. But I can assure you we're not going to stop until we get justice for baby Cohen, till they full transparency and equal justice. We seen in South Carolina with Cyrus Carmack Belton that his life was worth a bottle of water that he didn't even steal. 14 years old. There's a president. There's a statement made here. We seen with Carmelo Anthony. You can't even defend yourself when attacked. So, okay, now our Black youth can't defend themselves. And now we're seeing with Walmart and the pack of Pampers that sick people are justifying shooting and killing a baby, shooting and critically injuring and life-changing a Black woman and traumatizing a Black mother for some Pampers. You know what I'm saying? We follow the laws of the land. That's not even a debate. That's an ignorant point to be on now. Why did he fire? Why was it other officers outside? A lot by their own admission. How did you already know that the baby was in the car, and yet you still chose to shoot in this car? What was a Black baby's life worth to you? We know Hunter officers rate the officer racist history. We know that other Black officers and other officers in the department have filed complaints for his racism in the department. We know what he done at other departments. So he needs to be decertified, never to be the police again, fired, arrested, charged, indicted, and swiftly.
Is there anything that Walmart can do that would cancel the boycott?
That is not a question for me.
Good point he brings up. Not only does the qualified immunity have to end, but they have to lose their certification. Because as long as they have their certification, they can go work in the department anywhere in the country.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay.
That's why we always say they don't get fired; they just get transferred.
Exactly. Look at the case of Philando Castile. Look at the case of Sandra Massey.
Well, that was what was his damn name? Yanez.
Yanez.
Yeah, the one that killed Philando Castile.
Mm-hmm. And were you guys surprised? Go ahead.
And shout out to Diamond Reynolds of how she had the intestinal fortitude to record that.
Yeah.
And then when she went to court and she had a breakdown and she had stated, quote unquote, "Where are you Black men at? Can't you see that they are assassinating us?" Quote unquote.
I remember when she said that.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
We still had also and we had Eric
exactly.
Heather.
Yeah.
Attorney General. And
Eric Holder,
yeah.
Open season on us. Even back then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And consider that we are still in the ethos, if I'm getting it correct, Brother Chan, correct me if I'm wrong. In the American ethos, which is
I know Philando Castile.
That we are still considered 3/5 of a human being.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the Dred Scott and clause in the Declaration of the Independence.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's in the Declaration of Independence. This is over 3/4, not the Constitution.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday. I know Philando Castile's cousin.
Oh, you know his cousin?
No, man.
Yeah,
oh,
was
man.
Friends.
So his cousin's for reparations, right, Jesse?
He is, but he ain't. He's like still on like that more Science Temple type stuff.
Oh man. Wow.
So he's straddling the fence.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me get back to this brother giving us an explanation on why they shut down.
I'm solely here to be a community member, to be a leader, to be an organizer, to be a servant to this family. So that's a question for them when their attorneys are here, when they're ready to speak.
And talk about what's coming up this weekend. I saw Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Spell out what's going to happen.
So it is Justice for Kohen Wiley's Memorial and Celebration of Life weekend. He will be laid to rest this weekend. His father, his young Black father, has to deal with that. This young Black mother has to deal with that. These grandparents have to deal with that. Make it real for these people that don't see it real. You know, he ain't never coming back. It's an empty seat at the table always. He's always going to be loved, and it's always someone special. He was the light. The grandparents was planning on leaving their legacy to him. His father was putting his all into him. His mother, like this whole world, and you changed their whole world. So there has to be accountability, swift accountability, transparency, and justice.
And talk to me about you live in Huntsville. When you first heard the news that this poor baby was killed, it was an officer-involved shooting. What went through your mind? Is that what motivated you to get in your car and come up here?
there was actually another case in Gulfport, one of the hardest case I ever worked, because the father's action, the baby name was LaMelo Parker. He was 3 months old. So we know about Tamir Rice, LaMelo Parker, Trayvon Martin, you know, Cyrus. I can't say it enough. When you have consistently seen them kill our kids, you know, you got to draw the line somewhere. Like, we're just prepared to draw the line in the sand and say we're willing to die about you killing Black children in Walmart for a pack of families.
You speak on just the pain that the country is feeling. Of course, the pain is felt deep in Senatobia, but as the story is being shared, it's reopened a lot of wounds in the country. So just speak on what this means in this political moment for America.
This administration, both sides of the aisle, are all one big hateful capitalistic industry that drives hate amongst the people, that doesn't care about the people. You know, Black people as a whole, I'm Black, so I can't speak from the perspective of anyone else when I say that. But we took 3 hits, as I've said, with Cyrus, Carmack Belton, a 14-year-old boy, having to watch him learn that he was running away, learn he didn't steal anything, all these lies, these narratives, the propaganda machine of right-wing MAGA, and to understand even more deeper than that, I understand why a Black boy needs a gun in these neighborhoods, because he don't want to die. Poverty breeds crime. It's proximity crime. It has nothing to do with color or race. It has to do with the environments, the access to opportunity, the education, the school system, which is run by property tax. Well, who don't own property? It's simple math. I call it legal racism. They know what they're doing when they use words like woke. It was always an attack on Black people.
What's the message you're trying to send to officials that are hearing you and seeing what you are doing? Walmart is watching. Senatobia police are watching. What's the message you're trying to send?
If you say, so the time of, I call this new age that we're in, what Trump has exposed, is the time of sugarcoating is over. Whoever you are, whatever you do behind closed doors, it's time to come out into the light. So if you're a good person, I'm so tired of cops and politicians telling me they're good people. If you're a good person, it's time to show and tell and do and make good moral conscious decisions and actions that shows and reflects you being a good person. That's why we're here. We're just trying to be good people and show this family we care, and we care about your baby, and we care about your community of Senatobia. Thank you.
And that, my brothers and sisters, was once again my dear brother Markel Bridges, who is down there leading the charge for Justin for Kohen Wiley, who was senselessly murdered by a racist police, Hunter Foster, with racism in his jacket, after the people he was in the car with were falsely accused of shoplifting. And there has been several protests. The first time that the people went out there to the Walmart after marching on City Hall and going into City Hall and demanding that the officer be terminated. Then they went to Walmart, where the Senatobia police, I guess the Mississippi State Police, came out with a busload full of SWAT officers, all in riot gear, while the people were out there just peacefully protesting with signs, coming together for the community, making a demonstration that, you know, we are tired of it in this community. The community of Senatobia has had several incidents of police misconduct, excessive force, abuse in their community. And I guess this is one incident that took the cake, so to speak, or broke the camel's back. And they were out there, and the police once again released tear gas on the people. As you heard the reporter said, they released tear gas. They had snipers on the roof when they went to the city council. And it's just been a show of complete force in response to the people's demands of accountability for, you know, their officers' actions. And the other day they had the IUIC, the brothers from the Hebrew Israelite nation, out there as well, performing a demonstration, pretty much blocking the doors of the Walmart. They are calling for a boycott of that Walmart, if I'm not mistaken, in particular, if not Walmart, nationwide. However, as somebody pointed out, well, we need to figure out where we're going to get our goods from, if that's the case. But I stand with my brothers 100% because, I feel the spirit, I feel the passion. I know, this is what needs to be done. And so I commend everybody who's out there on the ground in Senatobia, Mississippi. They're going to lay the young brother to rest this weekend, but there's still going to be, once again, more demonstrations, more acts of unity, more acts of love for the people. There's nothing, violent about what they are doing. They're exercising their right to peaceful protest about, once again, the police unsanctioned or state-sanctioned murder of a young 1-year-old child, Kohen Wiley. So I just wanted to share that because, once again, there is a spotlight on it. And once again, they keep saying the narrative that these people were stealing. There was nobody stealing. There was nobody stealing out of the store. The Pampers were paid for. Nevertheless, even if they did steal, I see people in the comments, well, they shouldn't have been stealing. So are you going to justify a 1-year-old baby and a woman getting shot because of stealing? Because that's not the narrative we hear with Carmelo Anthony. Once they say that, he was attacked, or somebody said, well, he was pushed. Then they say, well, he shouldn't have stabbed him even though he pushed. But, well, where is that same mindset when it comes to this incident? Oh, they were stealing, so they shouldn't have been shot, right? Being shot is not a good response to stealing. If you're going to say stabbing isn't a good response for being attacked. So you can't have it both ways. But once again, that's how, the narrative and the news and the racists always like to fit the script when it comes time. They like to move the goalposts. But, shout out to the brothers and sisters once again on the ground out there in Senatobia. Shout out to, Brother Bridges, the IUIC, all the people who are coming out, in support of that family, in support of, righteousness. Because that's what we're dealing with, righteousness, right and wrong. So much respect to all of those people who are once again standing in solidarity with the community of Senatobia, not in this instance, but, it's been a documented series of instances, which I want to share some of those later in later videos where you're going to see how this police department is rife with anti-Black racism and hatred. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments. Y'all see the number 919-587-7782. Thank y'all for liking, watching, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And as always, I pray you have peace and blessings. And as the scripture says, all things that are hidden shall be revealed, and those things done in secret shall be exposed on the mountaintop.
Let's go, Rich. Let's be watching Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. Give you the truth before fake news go flooding it. The jury decide and the judge discover it. You should tune into Telehouse Publishing, Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. The propaganda grammar, don't believe none of it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune into Telehouse Publishing, who keep the people informed with stories abroad from literary work. Where the narrative's wrong, the research is always on point, the commentary is hard. It's Rich Teller raising the bar. Follow along, shout out to FBA, still FTP, big up NFAC, and all my Black families. It's 3 sides to all stories. Which one you gon' believe? We run down on the false prophets when they come to deceive. 100% urban world news, current events. We don't like them lies. Media is wise. We got God inside us. Ladies and just as power. If you don't know by now, look around. We the darkest house. Cops squeeze the hammers. They don't understand. We stop and freeze with our hands and kill us off like cancer. Don't speculate before the facts on the case. Telehouse set them straight. My brother Richard Vasquez. You got your Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. Give you the truth before fake news go flooded it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune into Telehouse Publishing, Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. The propaganda grammar, don't believe none of it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune into Telehouse Publishing.
Negroes have listened to the trickery and the lies and the false promises of the white man now for too long. And they're fed up. They become disenchanted. They become disillusioned. They become dissatisfied. And all of this has built up frustrations in the Black community that makes the Black community throughout America today more explosive than all of the atomic bombs the Russians can ever invent.
Telehouse Publishing, Telehouse Publishing, Telehouse Publishing. publishing. Tell her house, tell her house publishing. Tell her house, tell her house publishing. Tell her house, tell her house publishing.
I've seen his YouTube channel before, Jesse, Taylor House Publishing.
Yeah, I've been subscribing to him for about a year.
A year? Yeah, I'm just curious. He's for reparations, right?
Building Bridges Coalition.
Yeah, he is, but he's a Hebrew Israelite, so they're like for all so-called melanated people.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Rare story.
Remember?
He does really rare
Oh, Lady Chase said that's really rare stories.
Those stories that he does can't be like there may be only one news hit on it.
Mhm.
But it's a major story. That's how come I found out that there was a little black girl stuck behind a Baptist church about a month or so ago in Mississippi.
Damn.
And she's only like 14 years old. And he covered it. He had the worst one to cover. That eight the eight children got
Oh yeah, down in Louisiana,
yeah, it showed her
in Sweetport.
some of the stuff comes from Taylor House Poetry. And
All love. Shalom.
Why do I have such a weakness for black women from Louisiana?
hold on a second, hold on. He's a good brother. He does a lot of children's stories, things like that. That are like not really being covered in the news. And when I found a little story about the little girl she was only 14 years old, hanging in the tree behind the Baptist church, and church was in service. I lost my goddamn mind. I was like, I tried to come by more intel, like newspaper and such, and there wasn't any on there, which really was kind of like upsetting that nobody cares. Like they're killing our babies. Like, they don't care at all. I'm sorry. Wait. I'm sorry.
You're good, Lady Chan. Thank you for giving us an update on Brother Taylor House.
Yeah, he's a good brother. He's solid. His material is always good. And he's the only one that does some hard stories. Like, it would have picked a traction for him,
Right. Yep. All right, so the Hebrew Israelites were out there. They shut down the Walmart, so I'm gonna play the clip of that next.
To the IUIC.
They shut it
We
down.
outside protecting my brother, Kohen's father, about to get active in these Senatobia streets. Brother Garrett getting him ready. Rain, sleet, or snow, we outside for justice for Kohen. Gas mask. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna show y'all too much. Just know we ready. Just know we ready. Just know we ready. Love and support the IUIC.
Yes, so this is the brother that was speaking earlier. That's him that's recording it right now, I believe.
Real brothers, real black men, real knowledge of self. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Got my brother suited and booted. Yes, indeed. Real soldiers step every time, not when it's convenient. See, a lot of people like to lie to you and tell you we create a movement, Building Bridges Coalition. We create a movement, not a moment. People will jump outside off the start, but they can't do what we do and bring people in. They can't do what we do and create inter-organization unity, love and respect everyone, and work together with everyone. They can put as much lies and slander on my name, but God's chosen, God's favorite, God's people God's manifested, always gonna shine through. Hatred, you'll always remember your reputation is way more powerful than their lives. Let's go, city of Senatobia. Black men outside today for justice for Kohen Wiley.
All right. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. All praises to the Most High. And the voice that you heard is my dear brother who's down there on the ground leading the charge, Brother Marquel Bridges, the Building Bridges Coalition, along with the brothers, the Hebrew Israelites, the Israel United in Christ. They came out to support the community, the people, the parents, the citizens of Senatobia, Mississippi. If you've been hiding in a rock, last week a 1-year-old Kohen Wiley was murdered by a murderous police, which under a false claim that someone in his car was shoplifting. They unloaded about 4 shots in the vehicle, killing young Cardio, 1-year-old, hitting him in the rib cage, as well as the driver, who's still, if I'm not mistaken, in critical condition. So they shot 2 brown people, and the people in Senatobia have been up and standing on business. The first day they went down to the city hall. They kind of shut the city hall down, demanded that the officer be fired. The officer has been identified even before the news reports came out. We already knew he was the murderous racist Hunter Foster, who has been accused of using racial slurs in the department, as well as they went down to the Walmart to protest that same day. And the individuals had snipers on the roof. They brought in a busload of SWAT police. They even tear gassed the people who were only out there peacefully protesting for Kohen Wiley. And you see the picture, it actually looks like a 1950s scene instead of a 2026. And so the people have been vigilant. They have not stopped. And actually today they ran up on the Walmart, and actually it looks like they shut the whole Walmart down. Just take a look at this video, which gives you a little bit more insight on what they did and why they did it, and how, once again, it's almost the parking lot is empty as a group of strong, determined, disciplined, unemotional brown men came out there to show support and force and unity and love for the death of the young Kohen Wiley.
Boycott Walmart. Understand, the boycott is about the people. It's not about the establishment. It's about unity. It's about us showing black unity, real black unity, and standing together. That's what it's about, all over the country. Boycott Walmart. The IUIC stands with the Building Bridges Coalition for the boycott of Walmart, attacking their economic power, for justice for Kohen Wiley, Cyrus Carmack Belton, Carmelo Anthony, Dexter Wade, Jalen Lewis, Rasheem Carter, Jaden Bridges, Michael Brown Jr., Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, Jacob Blake Jr. Yeah. Boycott Walmart for all stolen lives.
But you are Mississippi. You are Mississippi, so you should already know how these people get down.
Boycott Walmart for black unity, to show it can be done, to take our power back. You heard the brother say $3 trillion. We spend $3 trillion just over the holiday periods with these people, for them to shoot us dead, for them to call the police on us, as if they don't understand poverty, understand the system. Stop allowing these people to make sick justifications for killing us. And I want to let you know, anyone on this white man's internet saying this mother pumpkin used her child as a human shield, you are a low-down piece of shit. And there are a lot of black people in our community that we have to deal first. I call them symbols that we have to deal with. Just pure ignorance, clout chasing, looking for attention.
So there you see the brothers and the sisters out. That Walmart parking lot is empty. And great points, valid points, where we spend trillions of dollars over the weekend and holidays at these stores for them to come back, call the police on us and shoot our babies. We have to value where we spend our dollars at. Boycott Walmart has to be consistent, not just daily, but we need to find some way to keep our dollars in our pocket instead of giving our money to people who do not value our lives. And that goes for the Korean stores, the Arab stores, the Chinese stores, Dominicans, anybody who does not value our plight in this country. Because as the scripture said, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. That's why a lot of us love these uncivilized beings, because we put our money right there with them. And he made another valid point. People saying that the mother used her baby as a human shield. That's furthest from the truth. But even if she did, don't neglect why was her baby needed for a human shield? Because these murderous cops got the green light to kill people. And shout out to, once again, the brothers of the IUIC, Israel United in Christ. Watch how they once again move in unison. They have the doors blocked off, very disciplined. Nobody's out there, but strong black men coming together to shut the Walmart down. Just listen.
Ruining it. This is the first. This is the first. This is the first. This is the first. This is the first organization city of Senatobia. We're capable of. Ain't no police approach us because they scared of black organized. They scared of black unity because they know what we are capable of. They scared of black men.
Them getting information.
And these black men are God. The calm before the storm. The demands have been made. The warnings have been made. Please don't force us.
Space, stop. Hell space. Move. Hell space. Stop. Come.
They spending taxpayer dollars walking people to their cars. They got a constant police presence. Constant police presence. But you got to understand, that's costing them money too. Running people out from going in there. You've been doing that the whole time. You can tell them, come on. Yeah, not you. You go get killed. Just tell them, come on. We ready. Yep. You want it back? They want y'all back in the front. Yep. Thank you. It's all right. And so, And salute to the IUC. Notice how real black men of God told the family to come up to the front. They didn't make this political like these organizations try to do. They didn't make it about themselves. They made it about this family, and they made it about these communities. This is real brothers and sisters. These are real black men. Real black fathers. We got one that spot up there. Real black fathers. That's out here supporting their community.
I need to do the boots. Pound, make that sound.
That's what it is.
And so once again, there you see the organization that the Building Bridges Coalition, my brother Markel Bridges, IUIC, and all the numerous organizations, like you mentioned, inter-organizational unity. We don't have to all agree on everything, but we can come together to work together for the commonality, for the unity of the community. And that's why I respect my brother so much. Once again, boots on the ground down there in Senatobia, Mississippi. Say what you want about the Hebrew brothers, but they are out there. Let me mention as well, you notice how they didn't send their women. No, the men are supposed to be leading the charge. A lot of time when I go to these, events or, work with these different initiatives, a lot of time it's the women out there, which one, like my brother said, sometimes we got to take what we can get. We got to take all the bodies, but these guys came out with strong men. You see no police approach them because they are well within their rights. They know the law and they are organized and acting in a decent fashion. So shout out to the brothers of the I see once again everybody down there in Senatobia. I wish I could be down there with you, but you know I'm there with you in spirit, and I'll definitely keep the name of young Kohen Wiley in rotation as the family, people of Senatobia, continue to seek justice for the young brother. Once again, y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all let me know what's the solution. Is a boycott the solution, or we just need to altogether separate from this evil society that has proven time and time again that they do not value us, do not respect us, do not love us as, once again, the chosen people, true Israel, tribe of Judah, Yehuda, people of Yahweh, all the names that you can call. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments. Y'all see the number 919-587-7782. Thank y'all for liking, watching, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And as always, I pray you have peace and blessings.
And as the scripture says, all things that are hidden shall be revealed, and those things done in secret shall be exposed on the mountaintop.
Let's go, Rich. Let's go. Be watching Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. Give you the truth before fake news go mud in it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it. You should tune into Telehouse Publishing, Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. The propaganda grammar don't believe none of it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it. You should tune into Telehouse Publishing. Who keep the people informed? Stories abroad from literary work, where the narrative's wrong. The research is always on point. The commentary is hard. It's Rich Teller raising the bar. Follow along. Shout out to FBA, still FTP. Big up in FAC and all my black families. There's three sides to all stories. Which one you gon' believe? We run down on the false prophets when it comes to deceit. 100% urban world news, current events. We don't like them lies. Media is biased. We got God beside us. Ladies and gents is power. If you don't know by now, look around. We the darkest hours. Cops squeeze and hammers. They don't understand us. We stop and freeze with our hands and kill us off like cancer. Don't speculate before the facts on the case. Telehouse set them straight. My smoking rich investigates. You got your Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. Give you the truth before fake news go mud in it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it. You should tune into Telehouse Publishing, Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. The propaganda grammar don't believe none of it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it. You should tune into Telehouse Publishing.
Negroes have listened to the trickery and the lies and the false promises of the white man now for too long. And they're fed up. They become disenchanted. They become disillusioned. They become dissatisfied. And all of this has built up frustrations in the black community that makes the black community throughout America today more explosive than all of the atomic bombs the Russians can ever invent.
Telehouse Publishing, 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 Telehouse Publishing.
Alrighty, y'all. That's it for the clips because we don't have time for that damn Ben Crump whole press conference. We got Front Line Blacc News.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Any other topics on the list?
No, that was
okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so this here concludes.
Include, or did you want
season 11?
Oh, Jesse, I want to tell you something very quickly.
Go ahead, Michael.
Yes, there's this crab restaurant in Fairfax County. It's called Crazy Crabs, and I'm about to boycott that restaurant.
You
Pretty soon.
boycott it just by the name alone, but okay.
Yeah, and I just found out in the news. This happened about, I think, a month ago. I think it was one FBA lady. I'm not sure it was her girlfriend or boyfriend, but let's say both couples went there for a nice dinner, and when they got the check, the waiters, the waiter, hollered racial slurs at the FBA customers.
Yeah, the hell with them.
Yeah, and so found on Fox 5, DC News, and when I saw that, it's definitely time for Sir to boycott the entire Crazy Crabs restaurant.
Yeah.
And I was surprised that the two FBA sisters there, I mean, the FBA sister, boyfriend or girlfriend, did not boycott that restaurant.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to like call the headquarters there and say, hey, the restaurant needs to go out of business for good because it's not right, for the waiters to holler racial slurs. And then I found out that Fairfax restaurant, the Crazy Crab restaurant, is owned by a franchise owner, Indian man, and the waiters happen to be foreigners.
No wonder.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, for sharing that.
Oh yeah, Yep, Fairfax, Virginia. Yes, I have the address too, because obviously Fox 5 News did not I'm sorry, only revealed the city, revealed the location, the city location, but did not give the full address. So I had to Google it quickly.
Let me see if I can find a Fairfax County racial.
Yeah.
Fairfax County.
It's in Fairfax, Virginia. I found the address. Yeah, it's off of 10,160 Fairfax Boulevard, Suite 102, Fairfax, Virginia.
10,000 what?
Oh, 10160 Fairfax Boulevard.
Let's see if they find it. I'm not finding it. I'll type it in.
Yeah, let me see.
Oh, here it is. Okay,
Yep.
I got it.
Yep.
It was at the crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Receipt incident May 2026. A major local controversy erupted at the crazy. I'm gonna say Crazy Crip restaurant on Fairfax Boulevard when a Asian couple celebrating their anniversary discovered a explicit racial slur N-word typed at the bottom of their customer receipt. After the incident went viral,
Oh, yeah.
and sparked intense community backlash, the restaurant manager issued a public apology and terminated the employees responsible. Then they had a thing at a Wingstop too.
They have wings. I know it serves wings too. Yeah, not sure. I think that was the only restaurant, Crazy Crab or Crazy Crip, that holler racial slurs at the FBA customers.
Yeah, it looks like they had a Wingstop order too.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've never been there before, but the point is definitely full boycott of that racist restaurant and also the headquarters as well. And I have the contact information of the restaurant.
And they got a federal lawsuit against Fairfax County Public Schools.
Yep. And when I saw the clip, right, while you were playing the Israelis elites boycott Walmart. Yeah, I was really surprised the FBA customers did not want to say boycott that restaurant for good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, I thought these FBA customers supposed to be about boycotting, the racist restaurants, and then transferring the wealth from the racist Asian-owned businesses back to the FBA communities.
Yeah, we're doing it to reach out to him, Shabaka. And keep it cold. Okay.
Yeah.
And clouds are coming. I told you we was expecting rain, Shabaka.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, now it's saying 99 degrees, mostly clear.
Clear.
Man, they manipulating these clouds, man. Let me go look out my door again.
Rain closing in. I'm looking at the radar right now.
Radar. Yeah, it rained in my area, I think, briefly today.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain in my area too.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, Fairfax County. Anyways, so Fairfax County is known to be a liberal Silent Fox County.
Mm.
And it's not the first time. And there's some stuff I learned myself over time. An FBI brother got unalived by a Fairfax County police officer back in 2000.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I remember that vaguely, but I remember that I was about 13 when that happened.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm seeing some clouds out there, man. But if it is raining at 99,
that's gonna be some hot ass rain.
Rain. Yeah. But yeah, Shabaka, what do you think about the Athletics moving to your state? Called the Las Vegas Athletics.
Shabaka.
Shabaka.
Oh, he stepped away to look at the clouds.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, Carolina Essex, yeah, so Carolina Essex actually moved from Las Vegas, Nevada back to California.
He made it. Oh, there he is. Ask him now.
Oh, Shabaka, what do you think about the Athletics moving from Oakland, California to Las Vegas, Nevada, and called the Las Vegas Athletics?
right?
Baseball team.
Yeah, it's happening because they're building a stadium for the A's.
Yep.
What are your
it's
thoughts?
A done deal. Yeah.
He wants your thoughts.
What are my thoughts on it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, with the Las Vegas having gambling here, as its main source of revenue, throughout the whole state, it makes sense. It's because, people are going to be going into these sports casinos and doing a lot betting on the baseball, like they do with boxing, MMA, gambling, period.
Right.
Right.
So you plan to go on, so you plan on attending.
And the only thing.
Oh, go ahead, Shabaka.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'll probably watch it on local television, man, because as you know, baseball is mainly played in the summer. Okay. So I don't know if it's going to be an indoor stadium or not, like Allegiant Field is. See, that's indoor. You see?
Right.
See, so I don't know if they're going to put a dome on top of it. You see what I'm saying? Because because it will get out here. The heat can get up to 128 degrees out here.
Right. It's very hot. Yeah.
Yeah. And what will happen with the rain, if it does come down en masse, it's not going to be out there on the surface too long. It's going to be straight dehydrated.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully the A's in Las Vegas, Nevada will definitely revive the A's of the 1980s to the early 90s when the A's had Ricky Henderson.
Yeah, that's okay. You're talking about 72, 73, 74 when they won it 3 times in a row, when they had Reggie Jackson, Catfish Hunter. Wait a minute. And there was another cat. I think Vida Blue, who was the pitcher at the time. Okay, and keep in mind, this is going over 50 years ago. So, and I'm recalling this here from memory, what's left of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember the A's, they went to 3 World Series in the late 80s to early 90s and won 1 out of 3.
No, sir. That was in the 1970s, 72, 73, and 74. Yes,
74.
sir.
Right. But I'm talking about like with Ricky Henderson in the 80s to early 90s.
Yeah, I think so. And I do believe that they did have some winning seasons. And then what had started happening is that they had shut down the Oakland Alameda County complex, which used to have the Oakland Coliseum there and the where the Warriors used to play in Oakland. And that's why they called them the Golden State Warriors. But what had happened was the city of San Francisco did a bond measure to rebuild what's that there? The Chase Center. Okay. And that's where the Warriors are playing at now. And then, of course, as we do know, originally, they were the San Francisco Warriors. Okay. But they had moved the Warriors organization from Philadelphia to San Francisco, man, I think about in the early 60s, because Wilt Chamberlain used to play for the Warriors before he got traded to the Lakers.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, see, Wilt Chamberlain was coming up when Bill Russell was going out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was coming up when Wilt Chamberlain was going out.
Yep.
Yeah. And Tim Willis used to play for the A's, Shabaka, from 1981 to 2000. His entire 20-year major league career. But he was he was a reserve baseball player. Never got a lot of starts, but he backed up a lot of infielders and outfielders when time was needed. Yep.
Okay. So here's what they would call a clutch player.
Yep, clutch player. And he grew frustrated because he always wanted to be a #1 starter for the A's.
Right.
Yeah. So this is going to conclude season 11, episode 50 of Shabakas Black Experience Enhanced in conjunction with the Front Line Blacc News. Join us in about 15 minutes for Front Line Blacc News, season 6, episode 31, part 3, continuation, part 1 of the Front Line Blacc News. In the meantime, make sure you like and subscribe to all of our platforms, Front Line Blacc News on YouTube and Facebook, The Revolutionary Agenda on YouTube and Facebook, and Shabakas Black Experience Enhanced on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Everybody do with us. To Michael for coming through. Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome, Jesse. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Michael, for your contributions that you do to this platform. And we sure as hell still trying to monetize it, okay? So people out there dig deep in your pockets, you know what I'm saying? And donate, you know, and to the PayPal that you see right there. And we will give you an itemized receipt of how your money is being spent.
Right. Okay.
Let's say.
Join us in about 15 minutes for Frontline Blacc News.
Yes, sir. Okay, and I'll see you in about 30 minutes on Frontline Blacc News, Brother Che, because I got to let this hot spot cool because it's getting hot. So which means there's a lot of data going through it. So I'm going to throw it up in the refrigerator, man. No, up in the freezer, you know, to cool it. You see what I mean? And then the sad part about it is I have to go to Walmart to make my last purchase of their data card. Yeah, for this on the hot spot, you see. So also too, I'm just gonna have a casual conversation with some of the employees about the situation down there in Mississippi.
Yeah.
And keep you all posted on that is because, okay, excuse me 1 second. Hold on.
Okay.
Because this is a tragedy of this little baby dying. Okay. Alrighty. So therefore we've had commentary where the mama held up a little baby to show the police that there's a baby in the car. You see, there are those that are saying that she had used the baby as a shield. But you got cause and effect, okay? The main thing that needs to be determined without a doubt if a theft had actually occurred.
Right.
You
Otherwise, unjustifiable homicide.
Yeah, right. And then too, Brother Che, and what this is definitely an ambiguous situation. It is definitely ambiguous, you see. So we just have to sit there and wait, you know, as the events unfold.
Yeah, we're updated on both Frontline Blacc News, The Revolutionary Agenda, and Shabakas Black Experience Enhanced. But I got to end this now, Shabaka. So appreciate you coming through, Michael. Appreciate you joining me, Shabaka.
You're welcome.
Okay. Okay. All right. And see you soon. I'm signing off. Closing comments and the air date of this episode, ladies and gentlemen, is June the 23rd, 2026. Okay. It's summertime. All right. Okay. Yep. Signing off from Sin City. Come on, 7-Eleven. All right. Yep. I'm out.